What's up, Lunch Table fam? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Lunchbox Table, the podcast where conversation is always on the menu. I'm your host, the LoafKing, and I'm joined by my trusty co-hosts, Magic.
Shouldn't have been Lunchbox fam. Welcome back to the Lunch Table. Now, Lunch Table fam, welcome to the Lunchbox Table.
I mean, I go. I do what I do. Like, you know, like edits have to be done. You know, but that was just on the fly.
Well, leave it in there. It's fine. I corrected it. Lunchbox fam, we're at the lunch table.
And Kadrebandit.
Hello.
And we're lacking a few of the members today, but y'all gonna
life happens.
You know, life happens. But y'all will have them for the next podcast, if anything. But for now, you got us three. And this month, we got a lot of news to dive into, ranging from TV shows and rap battle beef expanding. And yeah, you know, we got a whole bunch of discussions and insights to serve up in this discussion today. So grab a seat or pull up a chair and get ready to dig in with us. Now,
I thought you were gonna say, grab a seat, get ready to eat.
That works too. See, this is why these are my trusty co-hosts, all right? Now, before we start,
we're always hungry.
Y'all know the drill.
Oh,
What did y'all eat today? How you feeling? I want to hear these things. Kadrebandit, let's start with you.
oh, fucking course. First off, I am elated right now. We're in a good mood. That's all it is. We're in a good mood. Anyway, for food though, I had, let's see, I went to this little breakfast spot near my house called Moreland's, and I got me a breakfast platter. So bacon, eggs, fried potatoes was for breakfast. Lunch, it was hot dogs and beans. And I actually haven't eaten dinner yet. So my father's on his way here with some buffalo sauce for me because I don't have any. And I'm gonna make me a buffalo chicken wrap. Very good.
So time out. You're just not making the wrap because you don't have buffalo sauce?
He wants that spicy kick.
I do.
Okay.
I can respect it.
I'm missing 3 other ingredients, including the oil. Oh shit, what are they? There's 2 other ingredients I'm missing. Otherwise, I'd make because I have the hot sauce 1000%. Every black person at home has to have hot sauce in it. But I'm missing some other ingredients that allow me to actually make the sauce.
Gotcha.
Creamer is one. What else? Or is it heavy whipping cream? One of those 2.
I'm gonna say creamer and a fucking chicken wrap?
There's like heavy whipping cream.
Crazy.
Because I have the ranch and everything else. I have the carrots, I have the lettuce, I have everything else.
And extra flavor then.
The extra oomph. Bam! Emerald Lagasse. Everybody forgot about him.
My God. How about you, Magic?
I ate a bag of Funyuns earlier today and some Litos.
Okay. Litos, and that's it? Like,
Yeah, pizza and wings from Litos.
got pizza and wings. Okay. All right. And as for me, I didn't really eat much today until like probably an hour ago. Had some sour punch bites while I was at work, and then I had some brisket from Mission Barbecue. So, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied for the night. But yeah, everything is cool on my side. I'm feeling good as well. Little like flabbergasted earlier, but overall, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good mindset. And apologies ahead of time that this podcast is coming out a little late. My birthday was not too long ago. It was like last week, and had some friends over to celebrate. You know, we went hard, and that kind of flowed throughout the weekend, this past weekend. So
You don't have no timetable when we release these podcasts. We don't got a schedule.
I am quite confused though. Why'd you say it like that? Why'd you say sometime last week like you don't know your own birthday?
I just said like this past weekend.
No, before that. It was just like my birthday was sometime in last week. I was like,
I guess I was saying that more so in case I like don't upload this within the next 2 days, because then we're already in May, so you know. And I originally had it planned that we would be here like at least once a month. It was the goal. But it is what it is. So
I respect it.
Before we dive into some of the current topics, one that I wanted to revisit that we didn't get to talk about the prior podcast was the Baltimore Bridge collapsing. Just wanted to give our respects to those that were affected by it. It's definitely going to take some time for that recovery to happen. I'm hoping that they've made great strides within the past month, but you know, this is not something that's going to be solved like within a short period of time for sure. So wishes are out for them. On another random side of this, there was also an earthquake that hit New York and Maryland this past month, because we're in May right now, but we're talking about April.
I think I heard of it, but I didn't know if it was in Maryland too. I thought it was just in New York.
Yeah, I was surprised that it was in Maryland as well. But I heard from a couple of friends that he felt it. I didn't hit Waldorf though.
Shit. Oh, yeah, I was like, I didn't feel shit.
Right.
Not a thing.
So, thankfully, that wasn't anything too huge. You know, just a scare at most people. Definitely hit my cousin Ronnie, who lives in New York. He felt it, but again, wasn't too serious. But good. All right, let's take a step back and just go ahead and note that April Fools happened. We're not gonna go over all the jokes because at this point, it's like way too late to be going over the stuff, in my opinion. But I did want to point out that one of the jokes was not just a prank. It was real. IHOP's got a Sonic themed menu now.
That's not so. It wasn't a joke.
You would think it would. You would have thought it was. Hearing someone say it.
You would have thought it was because you like to be pessimistic about things you like. I told you.
If I would have told you there's a God of War menu at IHOP, Joe, would you believe me?
Yeah.
Going to IHOP. Promise you that's Joe's first response.
IHOP just does things like this. But it's like,
remember when they tried to be IHOP?
Because they literally just make regular stuff and they just put the whatever character's name. Like, this is fucking Tails 2x2x2. What does 2 eggs, 2 pancakes, and 2 bacon strips got to do with Tails? Like what the fuck does that got to do with Tails? Not a goddamn thing.
I think it's on the 2x2x2 function. No.
Just because Tails has 2 tails, that's literally the only thing that's connected to it. Knuckles chicken sandwich. What they got to do with Knuckles? They just put a chicken sandwich and put Knuckles' name in front of it, and that was Knuckles chicken sandwich.
I mean, at least they got it right with Sonic. You know, Sonic's Blue Blur special, blueberry pancakes.
It's just a double blueberry pancake. It's not nothing special about it.
The Dr. Eggman is the one that's the most closest.
Dr. Eggman. That's just the egg.
It's fucking hilarious.
That's just the egg. That's just a regular Eggs Benedict. They just called it Eggman's Benedict.
Yo, all this food is just regular food, bro. Like, you can't use that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not themed. They just changed the name.
It is themed though, because he's Dr. Eggman.
Themed is. Themed
Dr.
is literally taking
Eggman
something from something else.
I'm saying if they actually made new menu items for this stuff. These aren't new menu items. They just changed the name of the menu items.
Some of these are actually.
Which one?
The Knuckles one.
Those pancakes, the chocolate pancakes, and I know for the Knuckles one because they don't have
the chocolate chip pancakes are new.
Yes, those pancakes. Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
See that? Yeah, like that's
and
the thing.
Amy one as well.
Eggs Benedict is just Eggs Benedict, so yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you. The Tails 2x2 is fucking stupid. Like that's something you would give to a
that's
kid.
The weakest
that's what
one.
I think of when you think of kid. Yeah, the Sonic one. I mean, that's just a lot of fucking. Like, that's extremely sweet. Holy shit! And that's not Sonic, so that throws me off.
And for those wondering, I did try one of these menu items.
Like they made it a chili dog fucking
Yeah, I was like, chili dog would
pancake.
Would have been more fitting.
Because they don't normally serve chili dogs, so that's the why.
Do they serve pork?
Yeah. What do you mean? Do they serve pork
besides bacon?
Yes.
What?
Sausage.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Ham. Like ham as well.
Well, either way, I tried the Sonic Blue Blur special. It was pretty good. I tried the Amy Sweet Strawberry Delight. That was pretty good. I gave my sister the Shadow Chocolate pancakes, Chaos Chocolate pancakes. She loved it because it was like a fudge like mixture in the middle of each pancake, so it was like extra chocolatey. I'm not about chocolate.
That's
like
definitely
that, so.
not on the menu. That's crazy amount of chocolate.
Yeah, but one of the coolest things about it, or at least cool to me, is that you can get like special outfits for the characters if you order these things that you can put into certain games, like Sonic Frontiers.
You had to be an IHOP loyalty member to get pan coins. Like you had to go through that whole process, but
yeah,
I mean, if you're a dieharder like that, then yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, that was a little surprise for April 1st. It's pretty cool. Besides that, there was just stuff like IGN pretending like the Virtual Boy was getting remade, and Minecraft incorporating some type of potato Spider-Man type of thing.
All stupid shit.
Yeah, nothing too big. I think there was like a Power World thing too, a Power World dating simulator.
Like, who would give a fuck if a Virtual Boy was getting remade? Get this shit out of here.
Creatures. Which is what we all are. Which is what I am. All right.
There you go.
All right, so moving on from that, let's talk about the Diddler.
Man,
I'm gonna pass this to those two because they have more information, but I'll give y'all like a quick summarization. Sean Diddy Combs' ex-girlfriend Melissa Hilton shared security footage of the raid on the rapper's Los Angeles home as she slammed federal agents for terrorizing their sons. And basically, they raided the hell out of his house and they did not find him. He was gone. He made an escape. And yeah. I'll leave the rest to y'all. Go ahead.
It's like there's really not much left for us there. Like Diddy did a lot of shit. There's just
allegedly,
but just like any other scandal, there's gonna be that one whistleblower that starts it, and then the line that follows the leader. Like now, there's just case after case after case of people coming out. Diddy did this. Diddy did that. At this point, allegedly or not, Diddy had to done did it. All right, there wasn't even this much evidence damning O.J. Simpson, and that man got off. There's no way this man didn't do half the shit.
Well, to be fair, we don't know of any evidence. We just have the allegations.
This many allegations is considered evidence, circumstantial nonetheless, but it is evidence. And on top of that, we do have evidence, Joe. Do we well, I guess it's not really evidence of a crime necessarily, unless being a homosexual is a crime, which it's not, no Diddy. But we did have the audio of Sean Diddy Combs clapping some Meek Mill cheek.
Now, to be fair, we don't know who was the one. We don't hear Diddy's voice. We hear Meek Mill's voice, what sounds a hell of a lot like Meek Mill, but we don't hear what sounds like P. Diddy.
We may not hear him, but we do hear Meek Mill. And what we hear is that he was trying to take a shit backwards. That's what it sounds like.
But like we
pretty much what it
was. But like I said, being gay is not a crime. There's nothing wrong with that. Now these things are done in return for like favors and job opportunities and stuff like that. That's prostitution, which is illegal. So it's all about sex trafficking, all this other stuff. Yes. Those are sexual things that has to be looked into. And then what he allegedly did with minors, Usher, when he was a minor, Justin Bieber, all those things need to be looked into.
Yeah.
The Justin Bieber one has been actually actively gaining traction because there's more and more videos popping up. behavioral scientists have actually paid attention, like actually watched the videos and gone about how they believe that he was sexually assaulted due to body language and how he was responding. And it's like, okay, I can understand it and I can see it. And it kind of sucks that it took this long, because you think about it, this is all shit that's been out there.
Oh, everybody
decided to look.
Everybody thought it was weird when it first happened. When first saw Justin Bieber with Diddy, like, why is he with Diddy of all motherfuckers?
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
Like, why? The rumors around Usher and Diddy was rampant for a while back in the day. It's just, it's just like R. Kelly. They just let him skate.
They just died out, still bumping his music.
Man.
And as of right now, with a double check, P. Diddy has currently not been arrested.
Yeah.
Yep. Still on the run, as far as we know.
Not on the run.
Because technically, like Joe said, alleged allegations, he hasn't actually been charged with anything. He's just being investigated. So
but you got all these people.
As far as the public knows. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, they literally raided this man's house and was just gonna investigate.
That's it. That's what the investigation entails. They can search a home. They can stalk you if they want to. Cops can do a lot of shit in the name of an investigation. But nothing means shit until those chrome cuffs are on your wrists. And right now, Diddy's sipping mojitos somewhere in a fucking tropical island, most likely, knowing him, dealing with a 13-year-old Thai boy that he just bought with a bag of fucking potatoes. I was gonna say a bag of gold to most people, but not to us. So yeah, Diddy's living it right now. Diddy lived it and he's living it right now. Because he's also one of those people, he has a pretty wide influence range, I can say. Like, Diddy's been in the game long enough where that some connections have been made. So even if they were to straight out come and get charges off this man, it's going to be very difficult to try to grab him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess like Joe has been saying, and also what Cat Williams said. Go ahead,
yes.
Joe.
P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you got to tell him no. You got to tell him no.
We all thought Orlando Bloom was crazy, and he just spent the night at Diddy's house. That's all it was.
That's not Orlando Bloom. It's Orlando Bloom was an actor. Yeah, Orlando Bloom was a different actor.
I'm so sorry, Orlando Bloom. I apologize for you.
He might know Diddy too. Who knows?
Chef, don't judge, baby.
On a extra side note, just because Kadre mentioned it, O.J. Simpson is dead at 76 due to cancer. Just wanted to.
That's what he died of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ironic, isn't it?
I don't think it's ironic. It's just weird.
I think it's ironic. Well, I mean, I was
going to say, where's the irony?
He was killed.
If he was stabbed or something, that'd have been ironic.
My words. Lost a lot of blood in the last couple of days.
Or as Bender would say, it's not ironic, it's just coincidental.
That's fucking hilarious.
Alright. Next topic. Why is my thing messing up?
Because you're ugly.
That's true. On the lighter side of things, did any of y'all catch the eclipse?
Nope, grown man had to go to the dentist.
Fair enough. I didn't catch it either.
Just didn't want it because I figured I might be alive to see the next one.
Well, about that, the next one won't be coming until 2044, so we gonna be old motherfuckers.
You said that like it was about to be 70 years, nigga. That's 20 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like, we'll be my guy, like, is that what you consider old?
How's your knees?
You thinking we were not gonna make it to 50?
Yeah, like, damn, bro.
God damn.
You say, how are my knees?
Yeah.
My knees have been good since I was 6 years old, bro. I have a fucked up leg, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think you go
with 20 years, nigga?
So you think he's gonna die because of it? Like we're not.
I never said we was gonna die. I just said we're gonna be old.
Not gonna make it.
We're not hunter gatherers, Sean. We don't. Like, we don't have to go out and hunt our own food.
We don't know that for sure.
Well, I mean, no, we do know that for sure. Right now,
who knows?
Right now, we're not.
Who knows what can happen in 20 years, man?
Like I said, right. I'm talking about right now. We're not.
He works at Lowe's. He is not a hunter gatherer. Like it's like no, we're chilling right now.
Okay. Well, if y'all wasn't aware of that, just know 2044 is the next clip. So yeah, if you didn't catch it and you wanted to, well, you're in for a long wait. Simple as that. Next topic is Julia Garner will reportedly play as the Silver Surfer version of the iconic comic villain in the upcoming MCU film.
Would you really call the Silver Surfer a villain?
No.
Anti-hero.
Also no.
Anti-hero?
I don't know. What would you consider him?
He's a hero. Like, he is straight up a hero. Do you know why he was working for Galactus in the first place?
Yes. But tell the people.
No, you tell the people then.
I could literally hear Sean chewing food when he asked you that question.
Oh, I didn't actually hear that. That's actually hilarious. I apologize.
It's because he was like under the control. He was being forced to do Galactus's work to collect planets for him to keep his family on his planet safe.
Well, yes, but the entire planet, not just his family. He basically traded himself for his planet. And then he just worked as a scout. He actually, when you really think about it, he didn't actually do anything to negatively impact any planets.
He was searching for like he was searching for planets that he would try to search for planets that didn't have like life on it and things like that.
Uninhabitable planets or planets that were completely devoid of life, so that he can still feed Galactus, but he didn't actually affect any what's the word I'm looking for? Any, I guess, population for that planet.
Yeah, but like there's only so long that you could do that, and when it came down to it, he was going to choose this planet over the other planet at one point.
I mean, would you?
Yeah, I'm not putting that against him. I'm just saying.
No, but with the same logic, would you call yourself an anti-hero or a villain?
Maybe anti-hero.
I don't think we really get what anti-hero means, but we're gonna skip that one.
But you eating it. And besides, if it's Julia Garner, then obviously it's going to be a different Silver Surfer than what the traditional Silver Surfer is, because traditional Silver Surfer is a guy.
I didn't even know there was even a woman. Silver Surfer.
The Silver Surfer.
There is no woman.
There's no particular. Well, the Silver Surfer is the board itself. Whoever holds the power of the cosmic board.
That's the title.
There actually was. Actually, how many Silver Surfers were there? Because I feel like the Silver Surfers had the same line as like the Ghost Rider.
The only Silver Surfer we know of is Norrin Red, which is a guy.
Let's see.
Like, there's other people who have been heralds of Galactus, but the only guy that was called the Silver Surfer was Norrin Red, at least that I know of. Because Hulk has been a herald of Galactus before. Thor's been a herald of Galactus before. Like, different stories. None of them were called Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is the guy.
Okay.
Norrin Red.
Do any of y'all know what Julia Garner has like started?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
Neither have I. That's why I was asking.
She has the most stone structure face I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't think there's any other real way to explain it. Is that if you're brain rot, if you're currently a child with what they consider brain rot, you will know when I say that she is mewing all the time.
Let's see. She was in Ozark.
Never heard of it.
Didn't watch it. What?
The show.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Ozark? Crazy. Actually, I heard it was a good show. I just never watched it.
Then why'd you say yeah? If you knew it was a show, that means you heard of it.
I was agreeing with Kadre.
What'd I do?
You said you never heard of Ozark?
I thought you was answering my question. My fault. But yeah, no, it was a show.
I never said I didn't know it. I said I've heard of it.
Now I was talking about Sean when he said yeah.
Oh.
I thought he was replying to me saying it was a show.
He said he was replying to me with that I said I didn't know it, or that, we're getting off track here. Continue.
Yeah. But yeah, Ozark, let's see. Didn't watch any of these other movies. Yeah, I didn't watch any of these other movies, yeah. Like, Lord. Yeah.
So, I know this wasn't actually on the initial list, but I'm going to drop this in here. Former Nickelodeon showrunner Dan Schneider is suing over the Quiet on the Set docuseries.
Yeah, wow.
Defamation and slander.
Wow.
Word?
He's going for it?
Let me tell you, that's a bold motherfucker right there. That's a bold ass motherfucker right there.
I mean, if they don't have evidence that he did that it was him and he did all those things, he can win.
He can, but like he has to have like I don't know, man.
This was a huge publicity shot back, because the problem with that is that there is actually, like Joe said, a very high chance he's going to win this.
Because they have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that they exaggerated things, and make him look like a monster.
One of the quotations on the article. I mean,
I'm not saying that they won't
situations like this multiple times where it's like one person lights the fire and everybody wants to add gasoline to it. So there's going to be a line of people. It's like the Michael Jackson allegations, pure allegations. Like there was no actual proof that the man assaulted any child.
Yeah. That's like probably
the most well known for being a child molester.
That was like the one that I probably out of all the different things I've heard out there, that one was like probably the only one that I felt was like really over exaggerated. Yeah.
Oh, over exaggerated. One of the quotes, the quotations for the article, kind of sticks to the point that there's not much that can be done about it. The dude was like, I watched Quiet on the Set, and at no point did they say Schneider was actively involved in any sexual abuse. Just that some of the scenes he wrote had a sexual slant to them, and they imply he's a perverted creep, which he is in most cases. Not that he is a child molester. So there's been plenty of time. If you want to take that into consideration, and this is not me defending child molestation, anything of that nature, but if you're going to take these allegations and you're going to try to push with them, it makes sense that you would try to dig out all that you can. But at the same time, if the only evidence and the only like proof of pudding for them is that he made some dirty jokes in the shows, you might as well remove all of mainstream media. There's been plenty of cartoons, plenty of television shows, plenty of movies that have innuendos that are meant for the audience of 18 or over.
But that's just but that's why he has a case, because just what he said, they implied that he was a pervert sexual predator with kids. In which now we've all been on Twitter, we've all been in the world. Everybody thinks Dan Schneider is a fucking sexual abuser, molester, pedophile.
Right.
Everybody does, and that is because of this fucking movie or the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
All Dan has to prove is that this movie has people thinking he is, but they have to prove in the movie that what they said was
true.
That what they said was either actually true or that's not the fault of the movie, which is going to be hard to do.
That is true. I mean, at the same slot, it might be difficult to prove technically defamation, because all the series was people telling them what they experienced and what they thought of him.
Like I said,
necessarily what he is. And I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the series. Yeah, I was like, I didn't watch the series. It was one of those things where it was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't need the extra negativity. I'm gonna follow it if need be. But there was so much shit that was happening at the time. Again, even if you're not paying attention to it, I'm not justifying it.
Yeah.
It wasn't on a high list. It wasn't like super up there. I really don't give a fuck what a lot of people do. that did like tip my ears when it came to child molestation. But when I first read into it, there's, like I said, there's nothing there. Like, it's just he said, she said. Now, unless they specifically say he's a child molester, he touched me, he did this, he doesn't really have a case for defamation either, because nobody actually said anything. They just told their experiences, and whatever you decide to think about it, that's on you. Another way the media can twist itself, both good and bad.
I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
I watched one episode. One part of it. I didn't watch all of it. I also saw like stuff coming out with Kenan Thompson saying he'd never seen anything on the set.
And then there was I can't remember the actress's name. There was an actress that actually combated that, saying he may not have seen it at that point in time, but he was aware of it.
I think it was Angelica, something like that. Bates. She was in one of the. She was on the all that cast and stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
Angelique Bates.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, I read another comment under the docuseries that was like, historically, where there's smoke, there's fire. 9 times out of 10, when this stuff usually pops up, it ends up being somewhat true, somewhere down the line at least, because nobody just kind of wakes up. Well,
some people do, but
but they
don't usually.
It
doesn't normally get as far as this did.
Yeah, it doesn't get to this extent. It's usually like they said this, you hush them up because you know that they're not telling the truth. So you don't let it gain traction. This has gone beyond gaining traction.
Right. This
is a full blown investigation looking at Homeboy. Again, another investigation series, but this one is more difficult because there is legitimately zero proof. There's not even like a he said, she said growing up to it. It all just kind of popped this year. That's a problem with people waiting so long too. Like if it happens and you say it and at the time, it's easier to investigate those type of things, easier to look into it. But years, decades later, there's not a whole lot you can do. So even if it was the case, there's going to be a lot of what's the phrase, Joe? Where you can't go past a certain date with a crime.
Oh, statute of limitations.
Yeah, going to be a lot of statute of limitations on it. I think there are very specific cases where in felony points of it, then there's, if you cross certain state lines, then there's no statute of limitations, but that's iffy depending on where it is, when it said it happened.
But I think Dan will have a case because he doesn't have to prove criminally. This is a civil lawsuit. Civil isn't just preponderance of evidence. It's not reasonable doubt. It has to just be more than likely that this is what happened.
Yeah.
I guess we can only just really wait and see how that plays out in court. And like y'all said, evidence is just gonna have to be thrown from either side, or proof towards
and a lot of times these cases just comes down to who has the bigger pockets.
Who's gonna pay that off?
Because lawyer fees and stuff accumulate during this time, and sometimes one side can't keep paying those fees.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you're talking about big bang take little bang, Dan Schneider's 1,000% going to win that every time.
It just depends on.
You really think that he's in a higher bracket than all of them combined?
It's not all of them combined he's suing. It's who made the documentary.
Yeah, it's not even if they were involved, like the child actors were involved in it, they may not necessarily been involved in making it. They were just like, hey, we want to interview you. And they came on.
And yeah, Dan Schneider might have more money on it combined, because you gotta remember, he was paying them.
Yeah.
So he had enough money to pay them.
I mean, he was still technically involved. Wasn't he still technically involved with Nickelodeon when this first occurred? He stepped down after? Or did he just step down and that's when everything hit the shit?
I'm not sure exactly when he stepped down.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So either we're to assume that he's been accumulating mass wealth all this time up until 2024, 2023, then yeah, he's gonna win.
Yeah, I don't know.
And even still, it's another situation of Diddy. He's been in the game long enough, even if it's through like child channels, he's still been in the game long enough that he's gonna have made some connections. He's gonna find a way out. Most people will. But I heard the door. I did hear my door. My buffalo sauce is here. Very excited. But yeah, we'll have to see how it kind of wraps out. It's just that one threw me off because that I actually didn't even see that until now. That's a bold man too.
And like it says right here,
situation.
Like right here in the little thing, it says according to a copy of the lawsuit filed in L.A. Superior Court and obtained by USA Today Wednesday, Snyder, 58, alleges Quiet on Set's portrayal of him is a hit job that implied Snyder sexually abused the children who worked on the television shows. And it says, while it is indisputable that two bona fide child sexual abusers worked on Nickelodeon shows, it is likewise indisputable that Snyder had no knowledge of their abuse, was not complicit in the abuse, condemned the abuse once it was discovered, and critically was not a child sexual abuser himself. The complaint states, defendants have destroyed Snyder's reputation and legacy through the false statements and implications that Snyder is exactly that.
I don't necessarily know about destroyed. He's always been a little bit of a weirdo, especially when he's made appearances in the shows. And at the same time, when you're not necessarily a face, there's not too much for people to kind of push off of. Like I said, we rarely saw this man at all. When we did, he was a little odd.
I mean,
but at the same time, on a different point of view, I kind of respect Dan for this, because on a side note, if he really didn't do it, very, very, very seldom do you see, especially celebrities, taking offensive on this. They usually sit back, let the lawyers handle it, because they don't want to make anything worse. They don't want any bad publicity. They don't want anything they said to be misconstrued and then given to the opposition. This man took it upon himself to push it. He's like, you know what? If you really believe in what you're saying, put your money where your mouth is. Now let's get this lawsuit going. So if it does come out that this was just like a mass witch hunt, and he just so happened to be the target, he decided to fight back and win, that's kind of crazy. If he fights back and wins and he became guilty, L for the justice system.
I also believe that this is a personal opinion. I feel like to some degree, you gotta be like a little crazy when you're making stuff for kids. What I mean by this is that you have to be able to tap into like a certain mindset that it's gonna allow kids to like actually enjoy some of the content, so you like can go goofy to a certain extent. It sometimes gets thrown out of whack. Like there was apparently I forgot the name of the person. He's famous right now for kids shows, but like there was a video that came out of him like taking a shit on somebody. And
what?
Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can find the. I should have put the link in here. It's not the actual video, but like the person.
I would not watch the video. So
obviously,
we're there for that one.
But
damn, I'm actually shook. That one really fucked me up. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was for. It's a guy who does a kids show now.
Now, like.
Well, he's been doing it for a hot minute now, but like before then, he was doing clearly some adult themed stuff, to say the least.
I mean, that type of situation doesn't really fucking matter. That if it's you, it's your preference, it's what you want to do, homie, do you. If it doesn't affect especially what you're doing now, it shouldn't really be in the news. Shouldn't really be a case. It's just, hey, this guy likes to get shit on. Okay. I don't want my son watching Yo Gabba Gabba anymore because of it. Like, all right, that's your personal preference, but it doesn't affect him doing his job.
True. Or at least it shouldn't.
The craziness, it shouldn't, yeah. When it comes to the craziness of like putting yourself in the mindset to create a child show, I don't think you necessarily have to be crazy. Creative would be the better word that I would use. You have to have a sense of creativity that a child will enjoy. You don't have to be psychotic. Otherwise, honestly, the only person that I would ever want running Nickelodeon at that point would be Jim Carrey.
Crazy.
What, Jim Carrey?
Yes.
We love Jim Carrey.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Moving on. I guess I should have said this earlier with the April Fool's stuff, but people want Tekken 8 to get the Waffle House as a stage in the game.
It would be hilarious.
Harada came out and said, okay, I will ask like once about this. Why do some people want me to request for Waffle House into Tekken 8? And people were like explaining everything to him because, there's no Waffle Houses in Japan. So, he's kind of lost on what exactly the obsession is with it.
Is there not? Interesting.
But yeah, people were just telling him, like, many fights happen there. It's an iconic Southern American diner, and it's open 24/7. And, it's a very stupid thing, but basically, Harada came back and said, all right, I get the general premise. I'll go ahead and see what I can do, but this is a chain business. They say no, there's nothing I can do about it. So, yeah. He hasn't confirmed whether if they said no or not, but chances are very high. We're not gonna get this, but it would be pretty funny, huh?
With that same tweet, I thought I saw something about him saying in a reply on that tweet, like, you know what, we looked into it, we thought about it, it's not practical. And I don't remember if there was particularly a tweet for it. Let me see here.
Nah, he said, you gotta understand that we'd have to pay for a license and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. He basically went into the logistics of what it would take to make it happen. So don't be like upset if it doesn't happen, is what he said.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
On a note involving that, though, people are to the extreme now where the modder community, and we love you, we love everything about mods, from the ones that are actually phenomenal to the ones that make me never want to play that game again. You guys are great. Somebody's already created a mod in Roblox that allows you to play Tekken with the Waffle House fucking scene. That is insane to me. Like, the fact that you guys are like, we want this company to do this and we want to support this company because we want them to be everything they can be for us. And then you got the other side where it's like, you bitches aren't doing enough. I'm gonna do it myself. That's insane. And that's talent on top of that, because when you actually look at the mod itself, it is extremely well done. Like, everything about it, except for the fact that it's Roblox. Cause niggas is not a Roblox fan. I'm not gonna sit here and try to fight with Minecraft characters. It's not the way we do things. But you took the time to do it. I respect your effort for doing it. 1000%.
The only thing it was lacking was that it needed more people inside fighting on the side.
Just a straight fucking brawl in there.
Yeah.
At that point, you might as well just make a WWE game with a Waffle House venue.
Why not?
I'd pay for that. I don't even play wrestling. I don't even watch wrestling, and I'd pay for that.
Would you be down for that, Joe? Just Roman Reigns just walking into
Roman Reigns. Crazy.
That would be hilarious. But if they were ever going to put a actual wrestler in Tekken, we all know that it would have to be one of two people. It'd have to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Like, it would have to be. Like, during the trailer, you just have to hear glass break, everybody, and then his music come on, and then he just come out beating people's asses. It would have to be Stone Cold or John Cena. Just being real.
Questions, no thoughts, no talking, just straight hands and waffles. That's what I'm here for.
Wow. Are you saying that because of the, oh my God, American Treasure?
And especially because Stone Cold fought Booker T in the grocery store before, so that would make it even
Joe, old WWF
more sense.
WWF was absolutely fucking insane. Like, didn't this nigga run him over with a truck? Like, run
yes,
the rock with
Stone Cold got hit by a truck. Yes.
I remember them jumping Triple H when he was injured in the hospital. That shit killed me.
Triple H got dumped off of a forklift.
Who got thrown off the bridge? Was that Austin as well?
Stone Cold got thrown off the bridge by The Rock. Yes.
Dog, what the hell's going on here? Like, this is the type of shit where they're like, we want to show you, don't do this at home. Nigga, how can I get a semi truck and run my brother over? Please explain. Like, let me know.
They really thought that comes back to like video games as well, where people just think they're gonna find a way.
Because if somebody does something, you don't want to be held liable.
Yeah.
1,000.
Wrestling corrupted we told him not to do it.
I was like, Jackass made sure that they went all the way through with that. Like, do not try this shit at home. And niggas still did it.
And
it's kind of insane how many people did that. Like, what had to go through your head to think, I'm gonna set myself on fire, throw myself in a fucking shopping cart, and then roll down a hill? Like, what?
Creativity.
No, that's craziness. That's craziness.
But while we're on the topic of Tekken, Tekken 8 also had like a patch that caused a lot of bugs.
It's been 2 other patches since then.
I know. I was just about to bring that into the mix. But
yeah,
also people were disappointed with the Battle Pass content. It felt like it wasn't really given enough to make it worth going for. I don't see, the only thing with this is that I don't like battle passes in general. It doesn't matter what game it is. I've never really been keen on them, but I can understand if I'm getting something worthy enough, I'm more up for the idea of like having that type of shit. Like Overwatch 2 didn't really do that well either. Yes, I played Overwatch 2. I'm gonna just put myself out there like that.
Now, I heard about the patch. I don't know about the Battle Pass content, because the Battle Pass content is the same and it always is. It's just characters, stages, or characters, really.
Yeah.
Kind of wild to have a Battle Pass specifically for stages. Like, y'all be paying for that?
No, it's something else. It's a different pass. It's not a battle pass. I know what Sean's talking about now. It's this fight pass thing where you get like player coins and Tekken coins and shit to use in the Tekken shop. It's not the battle pass. The battle pass came out before the fucking game where you get characters for the characters. It's this fight pass shit that Sean's talking about that I'm looking at now, which is completely pointless. I don't know why anybody would buy it.
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of battle passes just in general. So if you especially don't make it useful for me.
Like, was the battle pass good for Conan when we went back to that for a little bit?
I mean, it didn't really matter because the battle pass was free instantly. I don't think they had a paid version of it. It's just instant free battle pass. But even that, not really. Super cosmetic. There was some. Actually, here's the thing. It was super cosmetic for the most part. The problem I had with that particular battle pass is that there were in the later ones shit that you could use that would actually help you win. Like there was, I guess, play to win type shit with that. But it wasn't really like something I needed to deal with. It did kind of suck that they had it like that, because I think they could have done a lot. They could have done more than just running the battle pass, like, you know, actually fixing the fucking game. But hey, do what you do.
What about
my boy Joe shouldn't be able to not hit X and then fall. I'm just saying.
But then a better example might be then Smite.
Smite, yeah, because Smite's always gonna be like a cosmetic play type games. Like, you don't really need to spend money on it, but it gives you the incentive to spend money on it. And I don't really do battle passes for Smite anyway, because the problem with Smite and battle passes is that Smite's community gets very fixated on particular gods. And so that's when Hi-Rez sees that, they want everything. They want, Odin's top tier right now. Boom, T5 Odin skin. Let's just drop 2 more next time as well, for no fucking reason. Like, I can't tell you the last time, like this, there's an event going on right now with Smite where there's a new Susanoo skin that's out. in reference for this Susanoo skin, there's not been another Susanoo skin, I believe, within like 2 years. So it's been quite a while since we've had anything that's updated to that. So this one's kind of hot. Now they still do use the same characters, they do the same backdrops, and they do tend to reset a lot of skins, and that's when the battle passes are like, no. Give me 1 second.
Oh, you really meant a second? While we wait for Kadre to come back, that said, the patch that was said to have quote unquote broke the game has gotten patches since then. I don't know how much has been fixed. Go ahead and finish what you said.
No, go ahead, continue.
But I would think that by now most of the issues were fixed.
Max is playing Tekken 8 like literally 2 days ago, so I think it's probably fine.
Yeah.
And people probably just, people always do, oh my god, this shit is broken all the time. They're soft. They weren't around in the days when shit was broken and you just had to deal with it until the new game came out. Like the shit that happens in Marvel 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, those shits are like legacy. I'll accept that. But
That's what I'm saying. Like they weren't around back in the day when once the game came out. Hey, that's the fucking game. If this shit is broken and that shit is busted and hey, that's a glitch, you just had to live with it.
Yeah, sucks.
I don't know if I want to live in that type of world now.
I do. I want to go back, adapt. Don't be begging for, oh my god, my character's down 1 sucks. Well, don't use down 1 then, motherfucker. Use something else.
Like when
something.
Especially, I'm fine with it. Like especially when like a game is like completely like done, like no extra content is being added and stuff. Like Smash, for example, and whatever people don't like is still there and it's gonna stay there forever. At this point.
Like Smash got a bunch of balance patches and shit too throughout his lifespan, which
even to this day people are
as a casual game, like as a casual Smash player, it doesn't really bother me because casual, the patches aren't for me really. They're for
the people that go for tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, they're more for high level stuff. People playing online, people who only play Smash.
And same thing with you for Tekken 8.
It's kinda.
What do you mean kinda? Are you going to tournaments?
No, I'm not going to tournaments, but I still play Tekken 8 enough that I would notice when things have changed with characters and things of that nature. I wouldn't notice it in Smash. I can notice it in Tekken 8.
So because you can notice it, that's when it would bother you.
Yeah, that's when it would make a difference if I can notice it.
But what about the people that can notice in Smash stuff?
As I'm saying, it's for them. It's not for them. I'm saying it was not for me. That's what I was saying.
He's saying that he can tell because he plays the game enough when there's going to be something that changes, something that's different. The same thing's going to be for those who play Smash. It's just he's not one of those people.
Yeah.
He doesn't play Smash enough to notice when things are off.
But there are people that are noticing things in Tekken 8.
Yeah, absolutely. More power.
Yeah, that's what we said. Yeah, that's what I said.
So are you agreeing with them about the bugs being a disappointment and stuff? And then
I haven't experienced the bugs. Most of the stuff I see complaining about is they thinking that a certain character's moves are too strong or some shit.
Oh, I'm just like, there's more than that, dick. Yo. It wasn't just
that was it. I'm talking about now.
Okay.
I'm talking about now.
You're talking about now, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm talking about now. Like only bugs. Well, actually, I don't know what the fuck bugs they were even talking about. Let me see what the fuck you put in here.
It was
to defend his own point.
Let's see.
It was more so about hit detections and stuff that were being screwed up and like stage hazards. I don't know if you can call it stage hazard, but basically like doing certain moves just like activate stage hazard.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just saw like the King Lily thing happen here. Yeah, I would absolutely be distraught if that happened to me. And I was and
The
and I was
word
a
you
King
just
player.
used, distraught.
I would be distraught if that happened to me. But I already know why it happened because I played Tekken. That move Liddy did is a low crust, so lows don't hit it, and that move that King did is like a special mid. So it's weird. It's weird because his fist literally goes through her body, but in like the code of the game, that's why that happened. But that's because like I said, I know I play Tekken, so I know about that move.
What about the Kuma one?
Like I said, I'd be distraught either way.
Man, distraught is missing.
Oh, I'd be absolutely distraught. Now that's a straight up bug, and I've never seen that happen. Like I don't know what you got to do to make that happen. But that was from April 3rd, so I don't know. Like
Those watching the video version of this, you'll see what we're talking about. I'll have it on screen.
Yeah, that's absurd. I
Get distraught.
I'd turn the game off.
Damn.
If that actually happened to me in a match, I'd turn the game off.
Yeah, but
Actually, hold up. Let me rewatch it. Let me see if I can understand what happened. All right, yeah.
I mean,
Okay, no. He went for a command grab. The Kuma tried to armor through it with his rage art, and the dude sidestepped. It's just that the camera never changed. That's
Right.
more on the camera. That's not on.
that's still a glitch though.
No, it happened correctly because he could sidestep his rage art.
Since when?
But the camera. What do you mean since when? Do you realize that the opponent can
You can't
sidestep?
You shouldn't be able to sidestep with the camera not focusing on what's going on the screen.
Yes, like I'm saying, the camera glitched. Yes, that is a bug. The camera glitch bug.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But it wasn't like a bug as in what's possible for happening.
Yeah, I'm not talking about for the move itself.
But the camera is definitely a bug. Yeah, the camera is definitely a bug. Yeah, I was thinking about the move itself because the camera fucked me up so much in the first one, I didn't even look at what happened.
It's actually fucking hilarious.
But hopefully Tekken 8. I think Tekken 8 is in a better place now. They acted on it. This was like also as a note. This was like at the 3rd of the month. So, you know,
3rd of the month.
It's had plenty of time to like look and see most of these glitches that are in effect. There still are some other ones, but I mean I don't have them all written down, obviously. But if anything, maybe Magic will have more information on you because I'm pretty sure he'll go back to play Tekken 8 again real soon, if not later on.
Not real soon because the next game we're talking about, Stellar Blade, is taking over my life.
Okay, well, I guess we might as well transition to that. So, Stellar Blade recently came out.
Naked Simulator.
Oh my gosh, if you want it to be. Some people take it. Some people are modding it in the full game to go even further, but that's a whole nother discussion.
I don't want to play a game unless I see titties bouncing.
The demo came out the 27th, I believe, and we each got a chance to like play it and get our impressions on it. Right now, me and Magic are the main ones that are playing like the full game. So how about we start with you, Kadre, since you don't have the full game, you only got to really play the demo. What are your impressions on the game?
Honestly, I think anybody who's watched the streams and watched the videos, they know me and Joe are huge Souls fans. And the Souls-like combat was actually really fun. I don't know what it was about it necessarily. It might have been the art style. The art style was beautiful, but it's not something that I'm used to, that I didn't really click with. But at the same time, the combat didn't give me a whole lot to actually work with when the demo was out, at least the parts that I played. So I was like, I didn't really get to do a whole lot. Seeing Joe play, I'm loving the exploration. Like, absolutely loving the fucking exploration. Anything that open worlds like that is fantastic. Quick
question. Did you go to the training? I mean, to the you didn't look at the skill tree?
No.
Yeah, it's the boss rush where they in the demo there was a boss rush after you go through the actual story part of the demo where you fight a boss with like most of her skills unlocked, where you can do different moves and whatnot.
That's downside. Since I didn't finish the game, I didn't even know that was a thing. Now, one of y'all had run it by me, then yeah, I'd have finished the fucking demo and tried it out, because at least that would have given me a better insight into what the late game combat would look like, and that's what I was kind of afraid on. Is like, I'm not really sure this is going to hold up to the later parts of the game.
Yeah, I had some of the same worries too, but go ahead and finish what your.
I think the other part of it is just like huge fan service, like absolutely fucking insane amounts of fan service.
Yes.
To the point where I felt like, is that all this game is gonna be? Is just gonna be fan service from the start to finish?
I have a comment on that later.
Oh boy, is it just gonna be skins that primarily focus on it? Like, is there gonna be anything that focuses more on lore and gameplay than there is gonna be the look of the game? But I am curious to know what you're gonna say, Joe, since you are farther.
Do you want me to go first, Joe, or did you want to get that out right now?
So I'll just comment on the fan service aspect of things. So I think what's going on a lot in the West, which is what America is considered to like Japan and everything in the West, is that because a lot of the games in the past was so overly sexualized, we've gone so far left with it now to try to make nothing sexualized in games at all. Like, to try to make people that's not a realistic body type for women. We shouldn't have that in games. It's like, she's a fucking hero from the space mountain of moon Jupiter. Like, no, she's not going to look like fucking Sally from across the street. Like, like, no, we don't expect Sally from across the street to be able to beat niggas' asses and save the world. Just like there's nobody in the game that looks like me or Sean or Joey, because we don't look like we're fucking superheroes. You don't see me complaining like, oh my god, can't nobody look like Captain Fuck. Like, oh my god, Captain America, look at his body. Or, oh my god, look at Shao Kahn. That's not realistic. Like, how can I obtain? That's hurting my self-esteem. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, I felt like I looked like a superhero, but
like, I don't like most people. Correct. I'm going to be including that most people. I don't want to play a game where it looks like I'm able, like a normal ass person is able to do the things that's being done. I don't.
Yeah.
Is it because it looks boring?
No, it's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
Yeah, it's not a matter of being boring or not. It's not realistic. Like, I shouldn't be able to jump off of a fucking Empire State Building and land perfectly on my feet. No problems. Like, shit like that is unrealistic. That's what a lot of people, when it came to the end of the Dynasty Warriors series, that was something. Like, there was so much non-realism with the game that it kind of hit and hurt a lot of people for it.
Like, I need my heroes to look like fucking superheroes. Like, is it an unattainable beauty there? Yes. That's why she's fucking a celebrity. That's why she's a fucking supermodel. That's why she's a video game character. They don't need to have flaws.
True.
They're not real.
And
they're not real.
For the people that think that it's just about how the character necessarily looks and stuff, it's more so about.
And for guys and girls out there, if someone all of a sudden dumps you or does say they don't like you anymore because you don't look like a fucking video game character, those person are fucking stupid, and believe me, they're not gonna get someone that looks like a video game fucking character.
Those type of people are gonna end up alone inside.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you don't look like fucking Wonder Woman, so you're not good enough for me. Like, what, nigga? Like, what?
Nigga, you don't look like Thor, so you're not good enough for me.
You don't look like, yeah.
Double standard.
Yeah, like, exactly. Like, yeah, I'm not Chris Hemsworth. I know that, but I don't want Thor to come out here looking like Joe Blow from 7-Eleven either. Like, I don't. That's not how Thor should look. That's not how a superhero should look. That's not how a video game protagonist should look, unless the video game is about living life in the suburbs or some shit. Like, yeah, that guy can look like one of us. But the game's about fighting people and killing and this and doing superheroic shit. The character should look like a superheroic character.
Yeah, you don't see people like actually going around every day dressed up like Bayonetta with the outfits that she be walking around with and such. And there's not really a hard push on censorship for that, but I know there are people that are harboring more harder on this. I think because of how much more detail that is there. But regardless, what people don't understand is that it's not even necessarily about the suits itself. It's about the censorship. And
it's because I forgot what game was censored that in this game came out uncensored that IGN was comparing, like it's like saying it was like messed up or something, that this game gets uncensored.
Was it Tomb Raider?
I don't remember what it was.
Tomb Raider seems to fit the bill though.
I don't remember what it was, but it's just like, really? Like, shut up.
I think when it comes to video games, people expect way too much. Like, just in general, in overall haul, they expect way too much. When you think about how simple we came from video games, just in general, I said in general twice, we've come a fucking long way, honestly. But people tend to forget where you came from, type shit. Like, remember back in the day, we was good enough with one line on one side, one line on the other side, and a ball bouncing back and forth. There are people to this day who still do professional Tetris tournaments. Like, the simplicity is what a lot of people enjoyed.
Like, it's weird.
It is, and it's the way people have been like brought up in this day and age.
It's like the X-Men thing, like with Rogue. Like, did anybody care? Like, did anybody, like, was that necessary? How did that help the creative direction of the show to change that?
How did
it help?
I just want to go ahead and state that I went back and actually watched that episode. It didn't look that way.
I know, I'm just saying.
But I do get what you're saying though. Like, yes.
And like the big one was Mortal Kombat. Like back in the day, because MK9, like, these women's kazongos was ridiculous.
Yeah,
like their boobs was bigger than, like, good Lord Jesus. And then because of that, they overcorrected in MK10 and onward, just straight having them wearing like full damn near sweaters and their and with no boobs whatsoever. And it's just like, it's a Mortal Kombat game in which we're taking people, disemboweling them, and doing jump rope with their entrails. I think we can see some boobs.
Yeah. You know, speaking of that,
that's probably the least harmful thing about the game.
Did you notice that, Joe, that in the demo there was much more blood and gore happening, and like in the full game there's a little less of it?
No, not really.
Yeah, I noticed it, and there's even like videos online. Like, I thought I was losing it at first, but there's videos online showing there's actually like a downgrade. They might have patched it or something. Who knows? Yeah, they might have had to patch it for whatever reason. Who knows? But the thing is about that, it's just that the censorship is just very bizarre. This whole thing. It's like,
I don't like it. Like, the art form is the art form.
Yeah. This culture war shit is just kind of
like the art form is the art form. If you don't like it, it's not for you. Like, don't buy it. You go buy a game in which nobody dies, everybody's looking like a normal person, all that. You go buy that game. Since if you're not buying games, then I don't want to hear your fucking opinion on the goddamn games.
Like, not everything has to be woke.
Yeah. Like, if you're not buying games, I want to hear your opinion. Like the mom who's like, see, isn't this better, Billy? No, Mom, it's not better. Why don't you play this boring shit? All right? No. Game wasn't for you, Mom.
Not fucking wrong.
But, with that piece thrown in, getting back to the actual gameplay.
Yeah. I'm pleasantly surprised by how well the game is playing. I haven't experienced like any like frame drops or glitches and things like that, and which is really surprising given that this is their first AAA game. The studio Shift Up. Like graphics are really good. Like Joey was watching me streaming the other day. There was no frame drops, no glitches, no.
I think they came from phone games as well. Funny enough.
See, that's insane to me. But at the same time, phone games are pretty up there as well. There's a lot of phone games that can rival full platform video games.
I could be wrong. I'm about to double check it. But I think that one of the games that they made was Infinity Blade.
I played that too. That was a good game.
Double check that. But go ahead, yeah, like, continue.
But yeah, like I'm very happy with how the game's turned out so far. Like I'm having fun playing it. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to seeing what they do in the future. Like all the censorship stuff, nonsense, it doesn't need to happen, but people are going to complain. It's just what people do nowadays. People complain.
Yeah.
It just, I'm not going to, for me, I don't kowtow to people who aren't the audience anyway. Like, you're not the audience anyway. You're not going to buy it. Even if I change these things, you're not going to buy it. So why the fuck do I give a fuck what you think about the game?
Like, the world wants everything to be all inclusive, even if they themselves are not going to attempt to enjoy or incorporate that in their life. Like you said, what's the point? What's the point of you saying shit about how bad a video game is if you don't play? What's that got to do with you? What did it hurt? What did it help?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Those are the type of people that just want to hear their voices. But continue.
As for me, I did experience like maybe one or two glitches, but nothing detrimental at all. In terms of a graphic glitch, there was like a point where like a hood on the car was like, I knocked it off and it was hovering in the air and it was keeping me from like actually getting this one piece. But then when I hit it, I had to hit it just like a couple more extra times to like move it from the place it was hovering in, and I was eventually able to get it. Small inconvenience, nothing game breaking. I definitely will say that for those that play the demo, if you didn't get to like the extra boss portion to experience like some of the other abilities, you really should consider trying that and maybe like see if that changes your mind for the future of you getting the game, because there's a lot of different abilities that helps with making the combat flow a lot more smoother. Even with me having the full game now, I've experienced different weapons, like having the little guns and such, and different moves to help me bounce out dodging attacks better, like having a double dodge or having a I think it's called a reversal or something like that. It's this purple move where when an enemy is about to do a attack, they'll shine purple for a second, and then you can like do a move that like actually not only knocks them down but like reveals the weak point, and you can use that to get more damage in. And later on, you find out that the weapons are connected with that in a good way, because like I got like a gun later on, and it allows me to when I reveal that weakness, if I shoot that weakness, it actually does even more damage, making the enemy go down a lot faster. And you get like different stuff later on in general with the exosuits and such to help you bring down the enemy's shield faster, or give Eve more defense, or pull out more critical attacks, or getting buffs when she performs basically a sneak attack. That's probably the only thing that I'm not too sure about yet. The sneak attack seems like it's a little wonky to actually pull off, because there's times when I feel like I should have the option to do it, and I'm like moving like slow or like avoiding being seen, and the enemy will still just turn around and look at me, even after like I like scouted out their walking patterns and such. So I don't know, that I feel like that needs to be a little reworked, but this is an action game. I guess the only thing with that is I would wonder why even bother putting it in if you're not really gonna be able to take advantage of it that often. That said, you do have the air attacks that seems to always work. I appreciate them. Basically, when you ambush from the air, that seems to work all the time usually. The puzzles are pretty good. I've seen some people argue that
they seem pretty simple.
Yeah, that, and then some of them seem like unnecessary. In terms,
there's like a huge stopgap in between them. It's like it's either going to be really fucking easy or really, really hard.
Like when you get like some passcodes and stuff, some people feel like when you have the passcode, it might as well just like enter in the code automatically instead of you like typing it in, because like it's not even like you have to like really memorize it. You can just hit triangle and then it shows you the password and then you're just typing it in. I guess they feel like it's too much of a time waster in the mix of everything. Like it kind of ruins the flow. I don't really mind it too much. But
when a game looks at a mechanic like that as more of a time waster, as opposed to something that can extend gameplay, I think that's where it starts to kind of fall off. You want to do what you can to turn the game's hours as much as possible without just like inflating it for no reason.
It's literally typing like 5 fucking buttons. They can eat a dick.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's literally typing 5 buttons. Like, shut up.
Like, personally, I'm fine with it. Actually, my favorite puzzle is the ones where you have to input arrow keys.
Yeah, I like those too. And there's sometimes where they don't go in order. It'll light up which key they want you to press.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, you gotta stay on your toes.
Those are my favorite ones. I don't know if there's any other ones because obviously me and Joe are still early. I think I'm the furthest right now between the two
I don't
of us.
think the game's gonna be that long, but yeah.
Yeah. And the plot is it's getting interesting.
One of the problems that I heard is that 1 minute it's serious, 1 minute it's just like goofy as shit.
No, it hasn't really seen it be goofy.
Yeah, I haven't really seen it be goofy yet, but I will say that only recently, from where I last stopped, has the plot like actually started getting more interesting to me. I also feel like the characters are a little. Eve is okay, but Adam, he really, I don't know, his lines really aren't selling me. I'm not expecting like anything super award winning, but there's times where it sounds like he's just talking. Like he's not like actually like putting any effort into the lines that he's saying. And that can kind of bug me. Lily is okay. But out of the 3 of them so far, in terms of main characters, Adam's the weakest to me and Eve is decent.
He's British.
Yeah, she is.
She sounds. I'm just saying she sounds British. That's what.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree.
No, Joey said, what does that got to do with it? I'm just telling you why I said it.
She's British. Okay.
Yeah. But overall, we're enjoying it. By the end of it, I think I'm still going to feel like this is a 7 or 8 game. Not every game has to be like groundbreaking in order for people to enjoy it. Like 7 is a good number in my opinion, and I hope they continue as well. Like Joe said, to make more games even after this one. I think they have something that they managed to showcase that they should continue to do so going forward. Joe, any last bits?
Any last words?
No, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I look forward to continue playing it. I've been playing it on stream. Sean's been playing it on stream, and that's it. Enjoyed it.
Everybody having a good time?
Yeah.
Everybody enjoying this Diddy party? All right.
Oh my god.
Oh.
No.
It is
like a Diddy party.
Joe had put this in a while ago, and it's still kind of funny when I read it out. But CD Projekt execs
yes.
pokes fun at Ubisoft's AAA game, Skull and Bones.
Quadruple A.
Oh, sorry.
Quadruple A.
That's important.
Don't
Quadruple.
disrespect, nigga. Don't disrespect.
You're right. My bad. My apologies, Ubisoft. Quadruple game, Skull and Bones, and says the studio will now make
Quintuple A.
That's
games.
fucking hilarious, bro. That's absolutely fucking hilarious.
Any opinions on this?
I love it when game companies take shots at each other.
It's hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
Anytime corporations take like Wendy's Twitter and all that stuff, be hilarious.
Great.
So very. I hope this is like an eye opener for Ubisoft in general. Like they really need to have.
It's not it wasn't the statement. It's the game. Fucked it up.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Look. I understand that Ubisoft wanted to like make like a big impression, but they should have known better with choosing that game out of all games to try and say that type of stuff. Because if you live under a rock, just putting it out there, Skull and Bones is not doing well, like at all. I'm not gonna say that it's doing worse than Suicide Squad, but
yeah, it might be.
I think it is at this point.
It's actually kind of crazy because Suicide Squad is tanking.
Yeah, last I looked, it got like a small resurgence with the DLC, but it went down again. I don't know.
I was like, you can only expect Joker to save so much.
The fan favorite. But regardless, yeah, Ubisoft, y'all really gotta get it together.
So, as of, let's see, where's the time? It says, okay, so according to Xbox gameplay chart data, which pulls information from a sample of 2.4 million random Xbox accounts, Skull and Bones had a somewhat strong launch week, ranking at 30th place on the chart. Data from week ending February 19th. However, since then, it seems players have slowly started abandoning ship. Just 1 week later, we see Skull and Bones starting to take on the water, slipping to 37th position in our chart and recording an 8% drop in players. In its second week since launch, which is when Skull and Bones' first live service season began, the swashbuckling adventure game lost a further 23% of its Xbox players and dropped out of the top 40 chart. And since launch, Skull and Bones has seen 31% of its Xbox player turn off from the game. And this article was posted March 24th. So I don't even know what it is now.
Lord. Well, I don't know. They gotta do something. Like I know Ubisoft can make some good games, but they're so far in between. I miss Rayman so much, and I really hope that if anything, do y'all think that Ubisoft might not be here within the next 3 years?
It might. No, it hasn't. No, it'll be here.
Yeah, they made enough that they are
like Assassin's Creed is still.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is still crazy.
Still crazy.
There's still a lot they can do with it.
They still make Call of Duty, if I'm not mistaken, don't they? Well, they make one of the Call of Duties, right?
Yeah, they made one. They didn't do all because was that when they absorbed Treyarch?
I don't know. I thought Treyarch was still. I don't know. I honestly don't know on that.
Yeah, I could be mixing that up. But Star Wars Outlaw games is coming out. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed is always a way for them to get money. Rabbids is always a way for them to get money.
The Prince of Persia game that they came out with recently was really good, but sadly didn't do enough numbers.
Yeah, like they're gonna be here. Like Immortals Phoenix Rising, I thought was cool.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is the crossover version of the 2015 video game with the same name, developed by the Ubisoft Pixar. I never actually knew what LTD is. I think it's Limited, Pixar Limited, and under publishing by Activision. The new game is a new installment in the Ubisoft Pixar Extended Universe and the chronological successor to the Heroes War trilogy. So it was in terms of the name, but not in terms of the game. I actually didn't know that. What is this game? What is this?
And they make Tom Clancy's, the Ghost Recons, the Division. They make the Division and all that shit. Yeah, so I don't think they're hurting for money, really.
This game tanked.
But
hey,
I still do.
You can buy some Ubisoft stock at $4.68 per share.
Like shit, I guess I'd do it. Just as a fan of Assassin's Creed, just to say that I was a part of it.
The options are there, people. Nothing wrong with investing into the companies you truly believe in. Just make sure that you don't put yourself out doing it.
Yeah, and always expect to never get any return on it, to be completely honest.
Yeah. Just to put it out there, though, they did come out with another game. Well, they didn't come out. They revealed another Prince of Persia game randomly. Why another Prince of Persia game after they just did one? I don't know. But
could be because of the success of that one, because that game popped off, didn't it?
No, I was saying that it actually didn't really do that well.
I did not expect that.
Like it got good ratings. It's just not enough people played it.
Because they didn't really advertise it well.
Yeah. But they have another game coming out. That's basically actually it's called what is it called? Hold on. It's called the Rogue Prince of Persia. And basically it's a roguelike Prince of Persia. Like
I do enjoy a good roguelike, so
it's made by the developers that made damn, how did I forget the name of it? Dead Cells. A game that Dead Cells is a really good game. It's one of the bigger roguelites out there for sure.
It's funny too, because it's one of those games where I enjoy watching it more than I enjoy playing it.
Agreed. Because I
not
was
a whole lot of games like that.
I was playing it a lot when it first came out, but I took a break and then I never got back to it. I enjoyed watching people play it though, especially with all the DLC. That thing has been supported for a long time with a lot of different DLC content. So like it has a healthy life cycle for sure. But what I saw in the Rogue Prince of Persia game, it looks cool. I like what they have going on. I don't know how I feel about the art style necessarily. I see that's like a little bit of the influence of Dead Cells devs, but that said, the game does look like it'll be fun, so I'm probably gonna give it a shot. Some people feel like this is like a Full Sail game, but I believe
it's a Full Sail game.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
but there are some people that are saying so. Yeah, who knows? Gotta play it and find out for myself. But yeah, they didn't give us actually no, they did give us a early access release date, and that's May 14th. So it's not that far away from now. Will I get it at launch? I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna get it on. It'll be on all consoles again. I think the early access though is on PC only. Just a heads up. But it should come out right after, not too long after. But yeah, moving on to another game. So we've had a lot of developers that recently came out the woodworks that was working on a game by themselves. I think there was one called Lost Stride or something like that. I would have to go look at it again. I know it's not Lost Souls, but there's another developer that's also been working on a game all by himself, and the game is called AI Code. And man, so first off, let me give the insight. AI Code is a new game being made by one developer. It's an action role-playing game that has like some cool mechanics and huge bosses. Players can explore a big world with different cities, all unique themes like cyberpunk and steampunk, and like there's like a Tokyo theme and a whole bunch of stuff. And there's like the big thing about this, I think they're using a little bit of AI code with this. Funny enough, like the name of the game.
The big thing about it is you can play the guitar.
Is no. Well, yeah, you can play a guitar. You're right.
No, I mean, yeah, but that's not the point.
There are hundreds of characters that act differently every day, and players can like interact and do like different missions with them that like pop up throughout the day. Now, how interesting those missions end up being, I don't know how well
Slow down, buddy.
That's gonna play out in the full release of the game, but I was looking at the gameplay of it, and needless to say, I think that there's a lot here that would keep people interested to play the game numerous times. It also helps that there's like multiple endings that you could get in the game, similar to like Nier. That was one of the things I really enjoyed about Nier. I know it's not the only game that did it, but Nier had like so many different endings that you can get depending on what you did. And the idea that this game can have like this many characters that like can affect the endings of the game, I'm kind of interested in like how that comes out for people when they like actually play it and start posting like what they got at the end of their games and such. You know, there will always be somebody being like, "Oh, you did this? Oh, I did this, and I got this ending. Oh, what? You know, like I like that type of interaction. It's kind of cool to me."
There's a game coming out that is heavily affected by each individual choice that you make. I can't remember what it is. And one of the open world ones, I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. Might have to bring this up on the next cast if I quite remember it. But any game that does like world changing like that, every decision you make affects the world moving forward around you, is always going to be enjoyable. Because you're never going to get the same thing twice.
Right.
So
and the gameplay itself for fighting and stuff, it looks fun enough. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be adding more stuff, and that's the other thing to take into mind. This is all being made by one developer, which is pretty impressive. Just imagine them having a team and how much further you could go. I'm really interested in that.
yeah, there was another game that was being made by one guy, and it looked amazing, and people. And then now he has his own studio now to make the game because like a big studio saw him, was like, oh man, this is really good. We're going to give you resources to make this come true. And
Lost Soul aside, that's what you're talking about.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, thank you. But on a note completely unrelated to all of that. Mm-hmm. Rumor is Floyd Mayweather is being held hostage in Dubai.
I saw that shit. Somebody posted that. It was like, haha. What wasn't it? One talking to left him there, wasn't it?
I don't know the full story.
Squad.
Yeah.
Like somebody. He went out there to do business, and they just like kind of screwed him.
Yeah, like. Yeah. Apparently, somebody. Allegedly, like one of his friends stole all his jewelry, got away with it, and blocked all communication with him. And I don't know why he's being held hostage, but that he has to pay for the money and all. Like he has to pay for something or whatever. I don't know, but he's trapped in Dubai right now, allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not.
It's very wild. Like, did he go there on vacation or something? Or
it's Floyd Mayweather. He probably just went there to go do shit, buy stuff.
Man,
we were trapped in Grenada for a little bit.
Yeah, like the alleged.
But the difference is that that was more so focused on the storm aspect.
Yeah, no, this is because like they think he stole something, and it looked like his.
Held, like it's not like he's just stuck. Boy, man,
yeah,
he's being held in Dubai.
Yeah.
The double was fucking
hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I'm not wishing for him to be stuck. But
hopefully.
Nobody's gonna wish for that. I just hope he's safe.
Yeah, like hopefully he can get back.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, even if the nigga has to live out the rest of his life in Dubai, as long as he's safe. There are worse places to be fair.
There are, but that's still crazy.
at 1,000% is insane, but he got himself there and in that situation, regardless of if it's just because somebody he trusted.
Yeah, like hopefully it's not true. Hopefully this is just Twitter running amok. But you know,
I heard about that too, and I don't think it's Twitter running amok, unfortunately.
Hopefully more news comes out about it soon, so I get the full idea of what's up.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Like, by
that
the end,
info.
like I said, I'm pretty sure he's fine, but yeah, let's see if he comes back. We don't want him to miss the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. We don't need that.
Oh my gosh.
So that's being sanctioned as a like actual boxing match that's gonna go on like records.
Yeah, no, it's legitimate. People thought it was gonna be a joke with all these random ass rules and shit. Which,
I already knew those rules weren't real. Like I already did because nobody would agree to that.
Logan Paul can jump into the fucking fight, and then Jake Paul gets to wear protective gear. Like, nah, fuck all that. This thing is called out Tyson.
Because nobody would agree to that. That's how I knew none of that was real.
Man,
It's just people running amok, which is what Twitter and the internet does.
a lot of people are saying, like, Twitter's got their conspiracy theories. You know, I love my conspiracy theories. That it's going to be a huge publicity stunt for Jake, not necessarily for Tyson, because they want it like a David and Goliath type thing. They want him to be the one to fell the beast of Tyson and actually put him down. I'm not really sure.
For that to be a thing, people have to like Jake, and nobody likes Jake.
No, I think that's why nobody likes Jake. It's like a wrestling promo. It's like because they don't like this nigga, they're gonna give him something that's gonna make him.
That's not gonna make people like him though.
No, they want him less likable. They want to put him off of that.
Oh well, still either way, there's no one who really believes that he can win or should be able to hurt him because Mike Tyson outweighs him. He's bigger than him. Like, there's no reason.
Experience, training, much more well trained than him. Like he's gonna.
I don't know if Jake trains his ass off. I will give him that. He does train his ass off.
Shit, so does Mike. And if you want to pressure the two, I promise you, Mike's gonna outlast that nigga.
But I don't know. Mike's like 50 now. That stamina and stuff goes.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Bro.
One,
like I said,
one good hit to the
changes.
cranium could
To the cranium.
could change the outcome. I'm just
Oh
saying.
no, like Mike. That's one of Mike Tyson's
Same
most
thing for
famous
Jake,
lines.
of course. But it's more likely with Jake.
No, I don't got Jake being able to hurt Mike Tyson.
No.
But yeah, that's Mike Tyson's always one of his most famous lines. Everyone's got a plan till they get hit in the mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mike's a fucking savage, for damn sure. You know, I'm definitely I definitely just because of the whole conspiracies to it, I'm betting on Jake. I'm gonna bet him to win, even though in my heart of hearts I know he's not gonna win. If I'm gonna do a bet for it, I'm gonna bet for Jake. I'm gonna underdog this shit. You come out on top for this? Oh my fucking god, it's gonna be insane.
I'm still on Mike's side.
I'm not betting on no fight. I'm not betting on any fight involving any Paul.
That is fucking hilarious the way you said that.
Any Paul.
Any Paul. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Rue Paul, none of them.
Not RuPaul.
All right.
Not RuPaul.
All right. Well,
crazy bad.
check out that link. Eternal Strands.
Oh, I'm not even at my desk right now. That's what makes this even better.
It's a developer, Yellow Brick Games.
It's trash. It's made by Xbox.
Oh shit.
Lord.
We're still waiting on Fable.
I'm looking forward to Fable too, but personally, I like what I'm seeing in this.
I can't say I'm like what I'm saying because this isn't gameplay.
There's gameplay. Yeah, I watched the video.
I'm watching the video, Sean.
How are you not seeing gameplay right now?
Like, this is Shadow of the Colossus in a cartoony style. Up, he threw rocks.
Disabilities and such.
He jumped. I'm sorry. I know. I'm just fucking. I know. I am.
Yeah, the hate is actually real right now.
I am. I just saw Xbox and decided to hate, but
decided to hate.
but realistically looking at it, I don't see nothing innovative. Realistically, like it looks like it'll be fun, but I'm not saying something like, oh my god, I gotta play this. I never liked Shadow of the Colossus really, so that's
right, that's fair for you to say. I accept.
Shadow of the Colossus was like,
it like I can tell it's a good game just looking at it, but it's just not the kind of game I like to play.
I feel like there's way more people nowadays that would have played that game. Like when they remastered, it was a great idea. I think with release, like instant release, there's way too many people nowadays that would have played that game that didn't back in the day. I mean, that was one of those where I was like, I played a little bit of it, but it was like, this is good, but you know what I really want?
It's
Dynasty
not
Warriors.
It's not even the Titans that you're fighting or whatever these things are. That's like more so intriguing me. It's the abilities and how they interact with the world, as well as the
man made an ice bridge, Sean.
Yeah,
and he threw some. I'm just saying it's not nothing we've seen that we haven't seen before. He made an ice bridge and he threw some rocks. You literally can do that in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Like it's nothing.
Are you talking about Fable now or Shadow of the Colossus?
No, I'm talking Eternal Strands.
Oh, when did we fucking get there? What happened?
That's
what we've been talking about.
Yeah, that's the game I was telling you to take a look at.
Fable, and then nigga mentioned Shadow of the
He
Colossus.
brought up Fable because of Xbox.
I'm saying like I've been waiting on Fable for all this time.
I just didn't know.
That's like I didn't even know that you was even interested in Fable, Joe. Like, did you just say that just to say it?
Like Fable.
Yeah, I did say it just to say it.
Okay, I figured.
But you know what the game is giving me? But you know what the game is giving me vibes of? Immortal Phoenix. It gives me vibes of Phoenix Rising.
I do see that too.
Which it was a good game, but it's nothing like, oh my god, I can't wait to play it. I'm not hype over it. I'd play it, but I'm not hype.
I can see that.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but yeah, send the works. Supposed to be coming 2025.
And this is just an alpha for the show. So obviously it's gonna change.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't see too many games nowadays that differentiate from their alphas. Like once you get the alpha, that's 9 times out of 10 what you're gonna get. Like excluding some of the bug fixes and stuff like that. But the game itself generally stays the same.
I felt like the bug fixes were more so for betas, but you're right. Like most of the time, there's not really too much of a big change that goes into it.
But swapsy doodle.
But I was interested in it, so I just wanted to bring it up. Okay. So, off to the chunky portion. This
not chunky.
Yes, chunky indeed.
Don't want to be a part of this.
I made you explain that one.
Kendrick and Drake.
How's this a chunky?
Well,
explain that.
How long this discussion should be going for? Like, am I like the only one that's really interested in this beef?
No, I'm interested in it, but it's not a real chunky. I'm just trying to see where the chunky.
Honestly,
I thought our opinions were gonna be bouncing. I thought we was gonna be bouncing ideas off of each other like heavy. Like that's how I looked at it. Like,
you mean chunky as in long?
Yeah. That's what me and Ronnie always say.
When I hear chunky, I think of
like big back shit.
Yeah, like fat.
Yeah. A fat portion of this podcast.
No, you're stretching it. That's what we're trying to say. Like you're stretching that. We're thinking of actual fat nigga, like fat shit. Like when you said chunky, I'm over here thinking they were about to look
like we're about to talk about food again. Like that would have been the chunky portion, talking about these pancakes.
Yeah, because when you also say chunky, you're also talking about big back shit. So it's like you can't use the same word for multiple things. Oh, I mean, I guess you can. Homonym. But it don't work for you.
All right. Kendrick, let's start it off with the beginning of this. Kendrick and J. Cole.
First things first. Oh no.
Let me finish reading it first. Kendrick and J. Cole's beef ended on some of Cole's words, and this time around, a lot of people ain't happy about it. With it, to put it simple, J. Cole during one of his Dreamville Fest shows straight up apologized amidst defeat to Kendrick Lamar, claiming he didn't feel right with what he was dropping and is willing to take it on the chin. He didn't believe in what he said in his diss track, 7-minute drill off his new album drop. Might delete later.
Sean, just because you typed it did not mean you need to say that. Everybody knows what happened in the Kendrick and J. Cole thing by now. We're on Kendrick and Drake right now.
It's super funny. So people keep bringing that up. Like, that's the problem with rap beef, is that niggas are soft. Like, this is honestly, this is the first situation in which a nigga has actually apologized for a rap beef. Unless you guys can tell me otherwise, I've never seen a motherfucker say my bad. I ain't need to go out like that. I ain't need to go hard like that. Yeah. I personally don't really see anything wrong with it, because that's Cole's personality. He's always been a make love not war type nigga, but I mean, he'll shoot if he needs to.
That is his personality. As a man, it's a commendable thing to do. As a rapper, it was some of the softest shit I ever heard in my life as a rapper.
I've always considered Cole to be a pretty soft ass nigga. Like, I've never thought, niggas was super hard like J. Cole.
I didn't think he was hard, but he's
always been quoting it.
But he be rapping like he wanted to smoke with rap with, like he wanted the lyrical back and forth. Like, it wouldn't have been a personal thing. It was just lyrical back and forth. And I think he wasn't about that life.
The difference is, I feel like he said some shit that he felt was personal towards it. Like, when he was he was attacking, it wasn't like a normal company rap beef type shit. It was he's 6-7 minutes long of just tearing Kendrick apart.
That whole song was not a tearing apart.
Wait, what?
That whole song was not tearing Kendrick apart.
Why do you keep saying caring?
I'm trying to say tearing. That whole song was not tearing Kendrick. Was not about tearing Kendrick apart. That whole song.
What was the song? What was it about?
Like, portions of it he directed at Kendrick, but the whole song was not.
Most of it.
It was more of a warning, if anything, in my opinion.
Warning shots, crazy.
Like,
also never heard of any nigga sending a warning shot in a rap beef before.
Oh yeah, no, that happens. That happens a lot, actually.
I do not recall. You got to give me something here.
Like, Charged Up is a warning shot. Actually, I can't really think of anything else.
I don't even know what Charged Up is.
When Drake dropped Charged Up before he dropped Back to Back.
I didn't even know about that. I knew about Back to Back. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah.
That's how under the radar that shit went.
No, just because Back to Back was so much bigger, everyone forgot about it.
That's actually fucking hilarious. I'll stand by that one. And I'm not really giving like any stock to the shit that Drake says either. Like, Drake has some lines. Drake's a good rapper. It's just.
And Drake considered and Push Ups was more of a warning shot to everybody, because he had to address so many people. He couldn't just literally make a diss track centered on one person at that time. Now he's gonna have to, because of what Kendrick did. He made a 6-minute song directed pretty much exclusively at Drake. He mentioned Cole in some parts of the song.
To be fair though, what's the name of it? Tailor Made. That was technically
but that was more towards Kendrick. Yeah, that's more trolly shit though.
Maybe so, but still. I mean, if we don't want to include it, I'm fine with that, because honestly, I didn't think Tailor Made was good really at all. It was funny, but it was
just trolly shit to get him to respond.
Yeah,
that's what it was. Like I said,
that you have to do just to get a nigga to respond isn't worth the time. Like, you say it just because you generally want to go at a motherfucker. Like, all right, respect. But if you do something just to get just a nigga to talk back, like, you're a pick me.
Like, first and foremost, that's what Push Ups was. It was the response, and then we waiting on Kenny to respond, and we were like, well, is the nigga gonna respond? It took like 3 weeks or however long it took.
Yeah, it was about 3 weeks.
But a thing, and let's talk about this pick me thing. That is not an insult, all right?
You think?
No, because if you're a girl looking for a man, why wouldn't you want the man to pick you?
It's not so much the intention for it that you want a nigga to pick you, it's how you go about it. That's like being a pick me ass, like, oh, I want this guy to like me. Let me poke the shit out of him. Let me show my attention. That's called letting the guy know you're interested, flirting, putting your intentions out there. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see it as the same way though. That's not you saying. That's not you being like, "Hey, I like you. I'm trying to get with you. I want to date you." That's you doing shit or putting somebody else down to make yourself better in their eyes.
Now, putting someone else down, that's a whole nother.
That's what a pick me is.
That's fucking.
Motherfucker that would literally like. How do you actually possibly?
That's just like a mean girl type of jealous bitch.
What a pick me is. Like actually to that definition, it would be like a mean.
I thought a pick me was just someone who wants a man to choose them.
No.
Like literally.
I wish it would be that easy. No, pick me is like they'll downplay other people to put themselves up. Like, I'm a pick me type person who only hangs out, a pick me girl who loves this guy but isn't gonna actually say it because she's one of the boys, but she'll put down the guy's girlfriend or put down the guy's love interest that he's looking at. It's like, oh well, she can never hang out with you. She doesn't play video games like I do. Like that's a pick me.
No, well, what I took it as is it's a girl who seeks like validation mostly from guys, so they do shit that would make them seem different from other women and more not exact
more desirable specifically to that person, but they do it in a way that puts others down, not pushes themselves up.
I mean,
that's why so many people are like.
But it also depends, because you can call them a pick me, but what they're saying true? Like, is this bitch really a needy bitch? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. That 9 times out of 10 they're not.
Like is she actually a toxic person? It's all relative.
I was like, it depends on like the situation, of course. Yeah, but generally when people say it and they're noting about it, they're noting that type of personality.
But it's just who came up with the term? Was it women who always complain about men, and then the one girl who says, "Oh, men aren't so bad"? And like, "Oh, you're pick me." Is that how the term came about? Like, how did the term even come about? Because I just heard about it like 2 days ago. To be honest with you,
yeah. You know what? I've known about it for a while, but I definitely don't make references to pick me shit, so that would make sense. But yeah, no, it's definitely not that. Because at least what you said is, not want to say necessarily like wholesome, but because it's not definitely not wholesome, but it's not as destructive as what a quote unquote pick me would be, because they really do just like anything you can do, I can do better than you, and that's generally all it is. Their whole personality is surrounded by you pick me at all costs, no matter what I have to do for it.
I mean, that just sounds
kind of get
that just sounds like women shit to me, but.
That's why generally when people talk about pick me shit, they talk about women. Men are like that too, but those are the where my hug at type niggas.
That's a whole different category.
It's still categorized in the same note when
nigga. That's like perverted category. Like
perverted.
Like you're one step away from being Diddy category.
Oh nah, that's wicked. I can't even say. You know what? I'm glad that none of us here were pick me ass niggas like that, or the where my hug at. We'll say pick me niggas at this point because we don't have a necessarily term for where my hug at ass niggas, except for that. And I'm not just gonna keep saying where my hug at ass nigga. So like we'll chalk that up.
I've seen it, and I'm just like, are you really that desperate, nigga? Where my hug at? Like word
desperate would be the best phrasing for it, especially when you think about it.
Like where my hug at? Like really? Where my hug at? Like word, dog. Actually, that's what we doing. Get your soft ass up out of here. That's how I just looked at her like, get your soft ass up out of here. Talking about where my hug at. Either she wants to hug you or she don't. Don't be coming out here where my hug at. Hey, word.
Then you put your hands over her eyes from behind and hit her with the guess who, and then she guesses and you're upset.
Like, don't make this weird, homie. Either she wants to hug you or you don't. Don't be over here begging for the hug. Like, dog. Either y'all got that type of relationship or you don't.
That's the thing, niggas don't think about that type shit. I don't really care. It's about what they want, not what actually is needed.
And that's why I said you're one step away from being a Diddy ass nigga.
Diddy.
Or is that more Bill?
Allegedly.
Bill's out now though.
The fact that he was in. God damn it.
But now back to this, like, How y'all feel about all these?
We got real off track.
This that came out so far. Like for me personally, I think for me it goes like this. I look at all these disses that came out.
But you gotta look at it as a song and as a diss. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, so for Drake, the push-ups, it's him just addressing everyone. So like I kind of like respect like how he managed to like fit that into the whole song, and I felt like there was some good quotables in there. For Kendrick, like that had the most impact because it kind of like kicked off everything that's like happening right now with rap, it seems, at the current moment.
Or did First Person Shooter make Kendrick hop on like that and say what he said, which then made all this stuff happen?
First Person Shooter did like, it had like an initiation towards Kendrick, but like
either way, I don't give points for impact. I give points for the fucking song and what you said.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The tailor-made freestyle was the most disrespectful.
Like Control. Like, remember when you said Control years ago? I'm like, that shit was ass. It was impactful, but it was ass.
I still feel like it was like doing something. It was making
exactly.
Like,
it was doing something impactful, but the song itself is ass.
I actually kind of liked it. To each their own.
That's not what you said first. You said that it was doing something. You didn't say I liked the song. You said it was doing something.
Because you're cutting me off every time I'm trying to say something.
I'm just saying the first thing you said was it was doing something, not that you liked it. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead.
I'm almost done. Kendrick's Euphoria, I felt like was clearly the most lyrical out of everything we've heard so far. No surprise there. But it had a lot of dissecting layers to it, and how he went about talking about Drake. Rick Ross was the most comical.
Can we
agree with that? Can we agree that it's the most funniest?
Like Rick Ross just caught a straight.
Like Rick Ross is just hilarious. Like Rick Ross is out here.
It was.
he's it's hilarious. Like it's hilarious because he made the song and nobody cares because it's just like you Rick Ross.
The BBL jersey shit and all that, like it was funny, but that's it. Like nobody actually really wants Rick Ross to come back and say anything else. At this point, just leave it to Drake and Kendrick and stay out.
Funny when you say leave it to, like, just let the new kids handle it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying.
What you needed to do.
Like
he doesn't need to be giving no advice or anything or
why. Like why are you even in here, Ross?
It's hilarious. When I heard his name, I was like, why is he catching a stray? Like, why is Rick Ross getting a stray here? Like, what did this nigga do? And then it's fucking hilarious.
And J. Cole's was at this point wasteful. 7-minute drill.
But the whole thing is that Kendrick took a little too long because a lot of what Kendrick said, Ross said. Kendrick said it in a much better way.
Yeah, it's how he went about saying it. If we're talking in terms of like bringing out something new, he kind of reused a lot of things that people were already saying. But
so it's just
the way he said it definitely added more to it. Like he felt that
same thing like back to back. It's actually kind of crazy.
But sorry, I'm done. That was my piece on them, on all those disses so far.
If Kendrick's diss came out before Ross's diss, it would have had a lot more
would have been more
gravitas, as Sean wanted to say, impact. It would have been, it would have hit harder. But because we've heard it, it's just like, oh yeah, okay, so him and Ross clearly share notes and shit, stuff like that.
Clearly share notes. That's fucking hilarious. Not wrong, but hilarious.
Real quick, do we want to even insert the Chris Brown and Quavo?
Oh, they got to fight.
I only saw something about that like very briefly. I didn't know what the beef was.
They gotta fight. When another man calls you a bitch for dreads and says when Takeoff died, everybody really wished it was you instead.
Yeah.
You gotta fight.
Yeah, I think I put down the same list as
dead homie. Yeah, you gotta go.
I think I put down the same list as the most disrespectful.
Oh no, Kendrick, not Kendrick. Chris Brown had the best diss track out of all of them. He's not involved in that beef, but if we're talking about this diss track that came out the past month, Chris Brown's was better than all of them. Period.
Yeah.
It was more disrespectful. He was straight to the point and he was rapping.
Yeah. Like the more that I listen to Euphoria, I hear like I see like the hidden lines that are like trying to tear Drake apart bit by bit. But like if we're talking like just on the pretense of right in front of you, Chris Brown definitely was like
it was just not even close. Like you don't have to do all that. It's like why is Hit 'Em Up the most popular song? Because you don't gotta think about it. Like the most hardest diss track you gotta think about. First off, fuck your set and the click you claim. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. Like we ain't
when we ride, come equipped with game. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like and Ether. Like fuck Jay-Z. Like I know you not talking shit. You nigga? Fuck Jay-Z.
Yo.
Yeah.
Like
I was like out front.
That's what diss tracks are.
Bro. So like first off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim is an insane way to start the fucking game.
Like that's what
actually wild.
Like that's what diss tracks are. So Chris Brown had the best diss track. We can argue about whose song is better, but the best diss track was Chris Brown. It was not close.
Agreed.
First off, fuck your bitch.
And let's just PSA for this. Everybody is just still just so disappointed in Cole. It hurts my heart.
Yeah,
I wasn't necessarily disappointed, but in terms of if you're thinking like rap beef, yeah, he shouldn't have gone out like that.
I'm just gonna be. He just needs to not. I will still be listening to J. Cole. Yes, there's no question about that.
His music.
Well, let's not put those two in the same category.
Oh,
do better for J. Cole.
He can't be in the same category no more. And then what also made the beef more corny was just Kanye coming out of nowhere. Yo, Dad, I got you. I'm like, word.
I just he has to change up how he's rapping and stuff now, because like people are gonna like clown him even harder if he like tries to come back and say more of the stuff that he said in his past tracks and albums. It's just a fact, and I think I'm pretty sure he knows that. But how would y'all feel if he did like switch up and try to do something now?
Like he's like a lot of his other songs, he doesn't like a lot of his most popular songs. He doesn't even do that. Like Forest Hill Drive, he doesn't do that much,
Yeah.
Like she my number one. I don't need nothing. Like a lot of his songs is personal songs.
But what?
Yeah, so
but I'm saying like
action where if he wanted to come back and actually drop another diss, it would be people would fuck with it.
Nah, we wouldn't want to hear that shit.
That's what I was asking.
I honestly think people would. Honestly, like here's the thing, because there's gonna be those people that they're gonna follow along just because it's Cole. 1, 2, they're gonna follow it because they're gonna see if he did anything different, just to either clown on him or to say, "Oh, okay, you did that." And 3, there are gonna be those motherfuckers that want him to redeem himself. Like they need this nigga to redeem himself. And the possibility for it, they're gonna follow through.
You let Kanye saw you say some pussy ass shit. You let all these other people already say words about you. So we don't want to hear that shit no more.
Kendrick actually, I think, came after Cole again in the Euphoria.
Yeah, as I said, he mentioned him. Yes.
Now, if you mentioned him again, it's like, fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me, can't get fooled again. fool me 3 times, load the chopper, let it rain on you, all that good shit. Like, if this nigga really lets it slide again, and this time he doesn't go as hard as he possibly can, then yeah, it's gonna be I'm losing respect, or I have lost respect. Like I said, I understand why he did what he did, and I'm okay. Like,
I understand it. I just don't approve.
I agree with it. Yes, I was about to sing it, Joe. God, you almost had me there. You almost had me singing it. But yeah, there's definitely people who didn't approve of that, and you know, it is what it is.
Okay. So, yeah. I think overall, though, we can agree that Kendrick is currently on top, and I don't.
Nope.
You still think?
I don't know about that one.
I think the score is now. I think now it's like
2-1.
It's official. No, it's official. Like the battle started because now we got a official Kendrick whole song specifically directed at Drake. Now we got to see Drake's whole song specifically directed at Kendrick and see where it falls from there.
I guess if we're taking tailor-made out of the mix, then yeah, I agree with that. I think most people don't want to use tailor-made either because of the shit that happened between Tupac and
I don't give a damn about Tupac's family and all that shit. I don't care.
God,
Joe, relax.
I'm just saying I don't care.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying I don't care. It was a fucking spoof song that he's not even trying to monetize. I don't care.
You hear from Magic here, man.
Like, I don't care. But
Lunchbox's opinions do not reflect that of a Lunchbox in a whole.
like Tupac's estate, whatever. I don't care. But
damn.
Yeah, because like that was kind of a joint, was just a little snippet. He just said like a few lines about Drake and J. Cole, throwing stuff out there. And then Push-Ups was just a joint song with Drake just firing back replies to everybody that had dissed him.
Right.
And now and then Taylor made freestyle, like I said, was just some trolly shit to get Kendrick to respond. It wasn't really like a diss for real. Although you could be read like that because he did say like you're not really a gangster and all that stuff. And then Kendrick still did say gangster shit in this
in Euphoria.
That. And then now we finally got Kendrick full song directed at Drake. Now we got to get a Drake full song directed at Kendrick. To see where the Drake, because I consider it different beefs. Like there's Drake and Kendrick beef, which is now officially started, and then was all the other artists coming at Drake thing.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that to an extent.
Because that's the main event, Drake and Kendrick. Especially
if we're taking tailor-made out, I definitely can agree with that.
Because that's the main event.
Still, personally, I'm not speaking for everybody. Personally, for me, I still think that Kendrick's Euphoria automatically earned him a point. Now, if Drake comes back with a song and it like somehow annihilates Euphoria,
that's why I said I gotta hear the reply first.
Maybe I'll take that point from Kendrick and just put it on to Drake. But like, I'm not. A lot of people are like, see. I'm just here for I'm here for the rap portion of just the general
I'm here for the rap portion. I don't want nobody to get shot. I don't want nobody to get hurt.
Yeah, we're not, and I'm not necessarily like deep on choosing the sides. Of course, I'm a Drake fan, but like there's some people out there that are like downplaying a lot of these songs on both sides. And
like I like both artists. Obviously, I like Drake. Obviously, well, out of the three, it would have been
J. Cole.
It'd have been J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick. So what J. Cole did really just hurt my soul.
That's actually crazy because for me it would have been J. Cole, then Kendrick, then Drake. You actually put Drake above Kendrick?
I have way more Drake songs in my rotation of what I listen to than Kendrick songs.
Okay, well, I respect it.
It's not that Kendrick's a bad rapper. He just doesn't rap a lot.
Nah, that's one of the things that when Cole dropped that shit, I was like, yeah, this nigga, he don't really come out often.
Like
He don't always come out swinging either. For him to not drop a lot of albums, he doesn't always come out with pure hitters. Like that's my problem. It's like the inconsistency is the problem for me.
Yeah, like we see Kendrick, like it literally feels like we see Kendrick like once every 4 years, like election time. Like, all right, Kendrick's here.
Yeah.
You know?
Funny. David Trone, baby. David Trone.
Yeah. Drake has to come out swinging though, like hard as hell, because some of those lyrics in there were like they're pretty diabolical. When I actually like looked into it, like
like
the euphoria in itself is just.
I don't see. Here's the thing. I don't think that's a good diss calling it Euphoria, because Euphoria was a bomb ass show, and you're just gonna have more people watching Euphoria. That's getting Drake more money. So I don't see that as a diss.
But you know what? You know that the Euphoria portion is that they're trying to call Drake a pedo based off of his past. So the definition of euphoria, we could clearly see it there, the elation and everything. But the series of Euphoria sexualizing high school kids, and then Drake's allegations of high school age kids being put into play with it, and Drake being a producer to the show.
But
when I saw Euphoria, I didn't necessarily see it as an over sexualization of high school kids in itself. I saw it more of like something eye-opening on sexualizing all the problems that most students have.
And dealing with addiction and things like that.
They kind of did what Degrassi did back in the day with Euphoria. They just modernized it. I think that's probably why Drake was involved in it.
And like then one of the characters is trans and looking for where they belong and stuff like that. Now, like, is it so? Like, if you're gonna say this was like then whoever made Degrassi is the same thing, because you can't tell me.
Yeah, same logic. I have to agree there.
Okay, fair enough.
Or Dawson's Creek or Seventh Heaven.
Dawson's Creek would have been the first one.
Some people aren't going to look at it that way. Some people are kind of looking on the outside.
Because they're just gonna go what Kendrick said, like, oh yeah, this is story. This movie, this show's about sexualizing teens.
They don't really have their own opinion of the matter. They're just like, oh, Kendrick said it must be true.
Yeah, and that's happening on both sides too. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. People that are listening, yes, we understand that both sides are gonna side with whatever they believe in, and or who they like more and stuff and all that.
And pretty much none of the women in there were like high school when that show was there.
Oh yeah, no, they was like 25, 30, like,
so that's insane that you had 25, 30-year-olds portraying children.
I mean, like, Zendaya's been playing a kid in Spider-Man forever. Yeah. Like, Zendaya is 3 years younger than us.
That's true.
Yeah. And she's been high school ass or Mary Jane with Tom Holland high school ass, and we all know Tom Holland is
college type shit.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Marvel for sexualizing Tom Holland because he had to kiss Zendaya and thing. They're sexualizing high school kids now too. Hey, come on.
Back to the previous conversation that we had about how like mainstream media has always had their hands in sexualization when it comes to like little innuendos here. If you want to get rid of one, you got to get rid of all of them.
How many more black features till you feel that you're black enough?
Wait,
I'm not even gonna respond to that.
That's a whole can of worms that if they weren't talking about it, then I don't want to hear about the shit now. First and foremost. And that's like them, like, can't nobody come to me and tell me that you, my friend Sean, is not black.
Well, thank you.
I don't even know if he meant that as a compliment. I'm not even
I did.
I do. No, I do mean that's a compliment. Like, you're gonna wait 20 years, like, oh, you're not black, you have a white mom, and you're just rapping, taking our culture for profit. Like, so, first of all, he has a black dad. No matter what you say, he has a black dad, and everybody knows he has a black dad. That's first and foremost. That's one.
But I think what he was aiming at was more of Drake's insecurity of like not feeling like he's not black enough. Wait, I don't think he feels that way necessarily now. I could be wrong, but like what he used to be putting out there, and I think that was probably pulled from Rick Ross to some degree as well.
And that's the whole thing. And that's why it would have been better had he dropped it before.
Yeah, but that was like one of the double entendres that he was trying to push on him, and then I think he was trying to apply the pedo side again when he said, "I make music that electrifies them. You make music that pacifies them."
I don't know. Like that could have been a double entendre for that. Like, oh, you just make music that keeps them happy for a little while. In that definition of pacify, he also could have been talking about pacifying as in like that his music is for kids. Which is what he could have meant it like that as well.
But does that play into the idea of him being a pedo?
I don't think it plays into the idea of him being a pedo.
I don't think that Drake's a pedo, but I'm just going off of what the masses are trying to say about him. So that's why I'm putting this into discussion.
Yeah, I don't think that would play into him being a pedo, but it can be. Absolutely.
I see where they're coming from, but you don't agree with the thought process.
I don't agree with the thought process of make music that pacifies. Oh, that means he fucks kids. Like, no.
Yeah, I was like, that's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, like he's trying to say he fucks kids. No, like he's trying to say that his music isn't like sustaining. Like it's only there for like a little while. And although, like when Kendrick say, "Oh, I make music that electrifies them," yeah, I didn't really like your last album. Like I get it, talk your shit, but it's just like one thing you can't do with Drake is talk hits. Like you can't.
Yeah, I don't take that away from.
Like you,
I don't take that away, but I think that he's trying to. What Kendrick is trying to attack is what Drake is, and there's nothing wrong with Drake doing this. Drake making music for like the younger generation, and he's not really making music for like everybody. That's what I think he's kind of more focusing on.
That absolutely could be a way he's attacking. That absolutely could be what he's doing and things like that. But as a business strategy, as you can see from Drake, it works. Like
it works, but at what
one thing, like
to what loss of rap as a whole?
What do you mean rap as a whole?
You know, like
you think this shit is supposed to be game changing? Like, what do you mean?
I guess I'm trying to get at.
Are we trying to blame Drake for rap being trash? Is that what he's trying to say?
I think a lot of people
because
I think that's what people are saying. That's not what I'm saying.
If that's what they're saying, it's their fault because y'all listen to them, right?
Yeah, you can't blame this current state.
You can't blame somebody making songs that people listen to. Like, oh my god, it's your fault. Rap sucks. Like, first of all, y'all was the ones listening to the fucking Lil Pump, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Like y'all was the niggas listening to that. Isn't he like? Wasn't he? No, isn't he? No, he was not. No, he was not part of the Gucci Gang, Lil Pump shit.
You better not have been.
I was in the more so talk about like, new generation music.
No, you realize when Drake came out?
Yeah. I know.
Like Drake's been around forever.
No,
I was talking more so about the Lil Pump.
What about Lil Pump?
Yeah.
Isn't that who you was referencing earlier?
Yeah, but what about him?
Like you were saying that people didn't say nothing about about him, right?
No, I was saying y'all were the niggas that was listening to Lil Pump, Gucci Gang, and shit. That's what I said.
Yeah, and that's part of the new generation, right?
I don't know if that's part of the new generation. I don't think anybody listens to Lil Pump anymore, but.
Well,
there were definitely people from our generation who would listen to Lil Pump as well, so you can't chalk it up to new generation.
Yeah, I'm not doubting that. I guess what they're saying is because Drake came from more our time, and now he's converting more of his music towards the younger generation what they like to hear.
It's called evolution. Is what it's called.
Yeah, I was like,
Like it's called evolution.
And I guess that's what
Like changing with the time.
people are having a problem with, like that it's
change. Oh
Yeah,
my God, people
yeah.
are having problem with change.
I don't
yeah.
like change. And Drake always does. Like does he normally get on a track? But I always view that as in he's putting a new artist on. Like he's like with Block Boy JB. I would have never heard of that nigga until he got on that song with Drake.
I have no
Some
idea what the
people-
fuck you're talking about.
some people like to say
Like-
that's he's like making like industry seeds or whatever.
Like Lil Baby. Like the first song I heard from Lil Baby was the song with Drake.
Lil
Okay.
Baby's a good rapper too.
Like a lot of people's first songs I heard.
That generation, I think Lil Baby is one of my favorite rappers.
I think it's so I've never viewed that as a thing. But Drake comes back to how Drake has a specific like flow that you can tell it's Drake when he's rapping. Like he'll do a song with a nigga and rap in their style and cadence and stuff, but he always comes back to that's Drake being Drake.
Unique style, like it is a Drake style. I don't think there's another rapper like him. But I do agree with how he puts the game on and changing the game. I wouldn't necessarily say he's making it worse.
Yeah.
He's changing it just because he introduced these people. Because you think about it, there's a good chance with the generation that they like with the people that came out during the newer generation, they were gonna make it no matter what. Niggas are gonna make it famous.
Like Lord 6ix9ine.
Good lord.
Like Lord 6ix9ine.
Fucking I'm right. King of New York right there. That's it, right? Sean? That's your boy? That's your king?
Love it. Yeah. Okay.
And we talking about we talking about keeping it rap and hip hop, like, and Kendrick Lamar being this bastion of rap and hip hop. Drake already put a seed in that as well with you did do a song for Maroon 5, didn't you? Yeah, you did have to do a song with Taylor Swift. You had to make a song for the Swifties, right? Yeah, you're just so open and conscious though, right? Mm-hmm. So there's the thing. But
there's always going to be an industry plant
like,
also with this.
But like I said, it's a good
since
back
Baby
and forth.
Keem
They
even.
call that plant. Like, I mean, when it comes to that, that's also just growing and being innovative in the community, not the industry.
First of all, I have no clue who Baby Keem is.
Who the fuck is that?
He's an industry plant.
Like,
Let's leave it at that.
Like, is he? I don't know who he is.
Like, are you calling him that?
Like it's been proven, or are you just calling him that? But I don't know who he is, regardless.
It's been proven. People are also trying to say that this new guy, 4 Bats that Drake recently put on is an industry plant as well.
What's his name?
4, the number 4, Bots, BATZ.
So how's it been proven that he's an industry plant?
That one hasn't been proven yet. People are saying so though.
I'm talking about
just because it's Drake.
I'm talking about this Baby Keem person. And by the way, Kendrick got songs with Baby Keem. So if he's an industry plant, Kendrick planted him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're not wrong about that. I agree.
So that's why I'm asking, like, how does that? Because I don't even know who this nigga is.
Drake?
But how's that play to Drake?
I guess they're trying to say that, and of course I'm just going off of what people are saying on the internet.
I gotta go see where you see these things at, because I don't be seeing the things you be seeing.
Yeah, to get some sources.
But I still would like to see how they proven Baby Keem was an industry plant. Like you said, they've been proven. I was like, what fucking? How do you prove that?
Industry plant.
I feel like the only way to prove that is to
Like you have to literally like have an exact like contract. Like I don't know. So they're saying this little Keem person is the industry plant. That what you're saying?
Little Keem?
Baby Keem, my fault.
Nigga, you know.
I don't know the nigga name. I don't know who this nigga is.
Little Keem, like, nigga, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Baby Keem has no doubt been killing the game so far and has put up a decent amount of buzz. His last album, Die For My Bitch, blah, blah, blah. We'll skip ahead to the stuff.
Go past Die For My Bitch. We're gonna run past that. Oh, it's a gangsta ass name for fucking album, bro. Like, what? That's hilarious. Die For My Bitch.
A while ago, Kendrick Lamar's sister tweeted happy birthday to Baby Keem and referred to him as her little cousin. This therefore proves that Keem is in fact Kendrick Lamar's cousin and has ties with people in the industry that allows him to grow at a higher rate than other underground artists can. Keem has asked Lamar's sister to remove the tweet, and it has been, but link and images can still be found on the web. Keem has writing credit on the Black Panther album, so on and so forth. So he was going out of his way to hide that fact because he didn't want people to know.
I mean, was he going out of the way, or did it just never come up?
It did come up.
Like, 'cause I feel like if it comes up, it's like,
people are talking
Kendrick's
about it.
cousin, then yeah, people are talking about it after the fact. Like, were they talking about it before?
No, because people found out. People found out that he was like
when
brought in through Kendrick.
When I hear "find out," I'm thinking that like they meant to hide it.
Yeah.
Like, if there was no intent to hide it, then there's nothing really to find out. It just never came up. Were they actively like, no, he has no ties to anybody in the industry?
He would,
or did people just assume that he didn't?
I can't find anything like that right this second, and I could go looking on forever right now on Twitter for all this type of stuff. But the fact remains that he was trying to hide this information that he was Kendrick Lamar's cousin. And you would think that would have been out there first for people to know.
I just wasn't sure how he was hiding it. I feel like doing the opposite and like, so if you start rapping and it's like you do what you do, you get on your tracks, you find your people, woo, 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 and then somebody's like, oh shit, that's Kendrick's cousin. I feel like that's less harmful than a nigga saying, I'm Kendrick's cousin, give me a gig. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's like he did it. I don't see it as like, again, like Joe. I don't know this nigga. I'm just going off of what you said. It doesn't seem like he hinted anything. It just seems like it never came up.
I mean, I guess
unless a nigga specifically asked him, like, "Are you Kendrick's cousin?" He's like, "No." Okay, you're active.
I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if you're even an industry planner or not. As long as you can like prove to people that you're good, even without said connection to certain artists or so on and so forth.
Oh no,
like,
it still matters. It still matters because like it's like nepotism. Like, the only reason you got this shot is because your uncle from the company.
Yeah, but same time, if people like,
I don't know
if people liked you before then you're already proving the point to people. I guess it's more harder for people to accept you if they find out from the get-go that you are an industry player, because they're just like, who the fuck is this guy that came out of nowhere? Oh, he's with Kendrick Lamar, no wonder why he's out here right now and stuff and all that. But he had some time prior before like that information got leaked out that he was Kendrick Lamar's cousin.
Yeah, time prior that he didn't feel the need to tell anybody that he was Kendrick's cousin.
He didn't want to.
How do you know that? Because
he took the tweet down. He asked specifically for her to take the tweet down. He said that his sister tweeted happy birthday to him and referred to him as her little cousin. And then he asked for her to take that tweet down, of the fact that they were related and such.
I guess if I don't know the actual reasoning behind it, I can't see it as I'm trying to hide it. That doesn't seem like enough for me to say he tried to hide it. It's just, I don't know if there was necessarily another reason for them. Yeah, I was like, that's the thing I was just about to say.
I don't know what other possible reason there would be for him to take the tweet down, but
like unless he's in unless he's in like a bad space with Kendrick and his sister. Like, I don't know. Like, it seems weird to me.
That's the thing is, like, you'll never really know, like Joe said, unless you talk to a CEO or unless the person himself says, like, yeah, I'm a plant. Like, I was put here for a reason. Because when I think of industry plant, I don't necessarily think of like, oh, I know this person, so I get in. I think of industry plant as somebody put in there from CEOs and control companies to actually control the flow of where the game goes. And so the only reason that this person is like this is because they were put in here. If you started as an underground rapper and then you got some work, I think that's different than being an industry plant. Because you said Baby Keem, he had a following before he was with Kendrick, right?
Yeah,
or did he just show up?
He kind of just showed up.
All right, he can't be both. So I need to know which one's which. Because like he can't have had a following and an underground following and then just randomly showed up.
He was more so underground.
Yeah, so if he was underground, he had a particular following beforehand. He just got mainstream when he caught up with Kendrick. That is one way to look at it. The other way is that he went underground. Actually, I can't even see it any other way, honestly. If he went underground and then they're like, hey, do underground for a little while and then we'll introduce you to the industry, it just seems like a whole lot. And plus, at the same time, niggas don't really know about him, so he's not necessarily changing anything. It's just he got some work out because of Kendrick. Like, he himself is not changing the game or not controlling the game, not doing anything.
Yeah.
I guess it's also personal preference or personal opinion on what is considered an industry plant and what it is that they do to change shit.
Well, the term originated from like gaining popularity after being used in a thread or like a discussion. It's kind of like what's a good example? Like Lil Wayne.
No,
I'm not even gonna dignify and listen to this. If you're about to call Lil Wayne a plant,
no. I was saying that he kind of did. People were trying to kind of say that Lil Wayne was doing that with Drake.
that's not what an industry plant is.
yeah.
That's somebody putting you on. An industry plant is something that's put in like by a corporation. They planted this artist here to do their bidding and change the masses to do to think like this, think like that. That's an industry plant.
Not necessarily like, oh shit, this guy actually he goes kind of hard. Let me put him on. Because if that's the case, Kendrick would be an industry plant because Cole put him on. If we're going with that logic.
Yeah, if you're saying, then like,
well, if we look into like the history,
or just someone who becomes popular not through their music, not through their own merits. Like all those things. Let's quickly look at plants.
Let's look at the quick history of this real quick before we move on, because we are kind of harboring on this for a while.
We've been hot on this, but we've been.
The term industry plant is believed to be originated on hip hop message boards in the early 2010s, gaining popularity after being used in a thread on the discussion forum Kanye 2 in 2012, in which rappers such as Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, and Waka Flocka Flame were alleged by users to be industry plants. American singer Lana Del Rey has retrospectively been described as an early example of industry plant execution.
I have a question real quick. Where the fuck are you reading this from?
Here, I'll send it to you right now.
Just say it. I'm not gonna read it.
It's on the Hip Hop Wiki.
Hip Hop Wiki? What the fuck is that?
What is that?
First of all, don't trust anything from Wikipedia. I can change that shit.
Hip Hop Wiki on top of that is just a bunch of ignorant niggas throwing their views.
Sean, this is from Wikipedia.
My nigga. All right. So
this is Wikipedia. Why do you say hip hop wiki?
Because I took it straight from Twitter, and the Twitter hip hop wiki is what it was saying on the outside.
Nigga, this is just Wikipedia.
I mean, look,
crazy
at
stuff.
the end of the day, like, everyone has their views of what the industry plan is. So, I mean, I'm just going off of what people are saying. How much of this that I actually fully know, obviously, is little to none. But the views are out there, regardless of what anyone's opinions are. Like, everyone's going to look at this in their own way.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's being used on Drake and like other artists is just, I mean, what do you want me to really say on that at that front? Like, it's just how they see it.
Yeah, but you start off the conversation with "it's been proven."
Yeah,
beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Based off of the information. Okay.
The information is just people talking. That's the thing. It's just they're throwing.
It's just people's opinions. Like, you said, like,
is it an industry plan opinion?
No.
So okay.
It's if you get successful, not based off your music or your own merits.
Where is that information? Where's your facts on that?
Nigga, it's literally in the Wikipedia page you posted.
So then what is wrong with what I was saying then?
It's the opposite of what you just said.
It's literally on the same page.
Sean, you didn't even know that.
It's literally on the same page, Joe, right there at the history portion.
Sean, you didn't even know. That's not what you read at all.
I didn't
not
read
how
that.
The conversation got started.
The term industry plan is. Are you looking at it?
Are you looking at the fucking top of the fucking page?
Yes,
Energy plans pejorative used to describe musicians who ostensibly become popular through nepotism, inheritance, wealth, or their connections in the music industry rather than on their own merits.
And I said that I was reading the history, did I not?
But that's not the definition of what it is and what we were talking about, Sean. You were going over the history of what it is, not what it is. Like the history of how it came about, not what it actually is. And what we're saying is that it is not what you were saying it was, because you were saying the history was the definition, which was wrong.
Okay.
The history is just how it came about, not what necessarily it is. You see what I mean? Because like you went over how these guys were considered industry plants, boom, 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 but you never actually explained what an industry plant was. And then when Joe explained it, you were like, "Did I not say that?" You didn't. That's what we were saying. It's like that's not what an industry plant is. We need to, like, if we're looking at the definition of it, then that's not what it was. I'm back at my desk now.
All right. Well,
like, looking at this thing, I have no clue who the fuck Rory is. Was widely considered to be an industry plant online in 2015. In response, he wore a short shirt reading "industry plant" on the cover of a XXL Express Class issue in 20. I have no fucking clue who Rory is. But either way,
we already put our input on this.
Yeah, it doesn't have much to do with what we were really talking about here. In the long run.
At the end of the day, Kadre doesn't. I mean, did you have a final opinion? Kendrick Lamar, Drake.
Oh no.
Okay. Joe feels Drake has to come out with his thing before he can like come to a decision of who's winning right now. Personally, I feel like Kendrick is winning at the current moment.
I'm not gonna give points because you can win a bunch of battles but you still, at the end of the day, if you lose the war, you're fucked.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Can only wait and see. Hopefully Drake will drop something. I mean, they're both saying that they both have something on each other. We'll see if that actually comes into play with the next track that's dropped. I don't think this battle is over though. Anyway, regardless, there's clearly more to be said here, and unless Drake like fails on the next track that he drops, there's no reason to see that this is completely over. So, or if Drake doesn't drop anything at all, then well, obviously, I'm proven wrong.
It's Jover.
But let's get on over to the final topics. Let's see. Fallout show. Impressions.
Did you watch it, Joey?
I haven't watched it.
Oh. Did you want to give your impressions to someone who's not really familiar with the Fallout universe, Sean, or do you want me to give mine first since I play Fallout?
I'll give my impression first. It's good. I think it's good. More than good. I think it was great. I think that it was a smart idea to use 3 characters to tell basically 2 different stories and like shift perspectives of everybody in that said universe, just like how they do in the game. Your character is gonna experience the world differently from others based off how you do it and what your skills are, where everything lies. I think they did that really well. What's the name of some of these characters? I actually don't remember.
The Ghoul, Maximus, Lucy.
Yeah. Maximus was probably the most annoying one for me to watch. Not in a bad way, but like him doing the lies and like it failing a majority of the time.
All those speech checks
was something to get.
Checks is fucking hilarious.
But I even found out stuff that I didn't realize because I didn't like play Fallout that much about. I guess it's not too surprising, but like spoiler alert, like the government like played like a huge part in like some of this the mutations and everything that you're seeing in some of the people in the world or creatures and stuff. Like I didn't know about that portion, and I found that to be very interesting. But overall, it was good. Now it was like, I think, I don't know if it still is, but it was like one of the top shows out in the world for a good while now. Go ahead, Joe.
Coming from a perspective of a Fallout fan, I thought they did a really good job on the show. They got the setting perfect, which is really the main thing you need to get right in the Fallout game. If you get the setting perfect, then you can make the story however you want to do it, because there's so many vaults and things that haven't been explored in the Fallout universe. That just makes it right. I thought the makeup they did for the Ghoul, Walter Goggins, or I think that's his name, but I thought that was really great. His acting was great. I thought Lucy being the naive vault dweller coming out and learning how the real world actually is out there was great. Seeing the Brotherhood of Steel, seeing the factions, all the Easter eggs to the games, the Nuka-Cola, seeing the Rad Roach, seeing the mutated bear like the Yao Guai and things like that. And I thought what they really did that was really good was they gave you enough, but they still saved some in the chamber for the next game, for the next season. Like you didn't see any Cazadors, which is going to have to be in there, I think, because the spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it, it looks like the Lucy's dad is going to New Vegas, which is one of the most popular games in the franchise, and Cazadors was a big part of that game. We've yet to see a Deathclaw. We've yet to see a super mutant. in the game, so they still have so many things that we still have yet to see that is iconic to the Fallout franchise that can still be done for the next season. So I just overall thought it was a really good game. After the source material well, like Sean said, the different perspectives from the past and the present, seeing how things happened and then seeing what became of those actions and why the characters are who they are today. So it was really good.
And it had just the right amount of goofiness in there, as well as serious moments. Was I breaking up?
Yes, you was.
Oh, okay. That was me.
I was saying that it did a good job balancing the serious moments as well as the goofiness that is in Fallout, because as screwed up as a lot of the stuff that is in Fallout, it does have a lot of funny moments in the games, and they did that well with the show as well, which I can
especially
appreciate.
New Vegas with the wild wasteland, for this wild shit happens all the time. Aliens, like.
Joe, did you ever get the ray gun?
Yes.
The Easter egg ray? Dude.
Yes, I did.
Walking in that fucking cave. like, what the fuck is going on here? This shit was fucking hilarious. I see a little green man firing off a ray gun at me. Shot that nigga in the head so goddamn fast.
Speaking of Fallout games, Fallout 76 and 4 got a huge resurgence because of the show.
Was it the show or was it the updates?
The show.
The show was what prompted them to do the updates, I think.
Oh,
Or they just planned to update it when the show came out.
that seems more likely. I can't imagine they, as soon as the show dropped, they were like, yeah, let's upgrade this. It would have taken a lot longer than that.
Yeah. And I don't know how much better it made Fallout 76. We went and played that not too long, maybe like 2 years ago. We gave Fallout 76 a try, and it has changed a lot. But
Still earned its #1 spot in Joe's trash segment, though.
But
Not as quick as
Anthem.
fucking Anthem, yeah.
Oh man.
I was like, this is the same fucking mission.
I was livid. Like I can't. I think, but I'll say this. I ain't gonna toot my own shit, but I think out of everybody here, I was the most excited, and I had the most anticipation for that damn game. And the way that game crushed my fucking soul, I will never, ever, ever let them live that down. Like that was horrendous. So much fucking potential in the game, so much innovation in the game, because there was not another game like that except I think at the time Destiny might have been the only game to rival that type of situation. You could have done so fucking much, and you dropped the bag, fumbled the fucking bag. And like Joe said, we went back years later, and the first fucking mission we did was the first goddamn mission you did in the fucking beta. Come on, my nigga, have some originality here. Give me something to work with. Make me want to attempt to possibly like you again. You just slapped me in the nuts. That's what you did. That was the equivalent of slapping me in the dick. Right there with your dick. God.
It's tragic. Well, it was.
I wish I had any type of aptitude for video game making and design, because I would take everything about that game and actually do it right.
Crazy.
But yeah, Fallout's doing good. Looking forward to the next season. Definitely give it a try. Like truly, like take some time out your day, watch the first episode. If you don't like it, then I guess it's not for you. But that first episode alone should be enough to like convince you to give the show a try, and may even convince you to want to play the games. Personally, I wouldn't suggest Fallout 76. I'd say go for like Fallout 4, since they already got that
As
update.
your first game?
Or New Vegas. I was getting there.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
New Vegas.
Your first game is New Vegas, baby.
I played Fallout 4 first, and I enjoyed that more than New Vegas. That's just me.
Fallout 4 was definitely really good. I was like, it
When did you play New Vegas, Sean?
With one of my friends years ago.
Yeah, that's why. Play it without.
About them.
First?
played Fallout 4.
You know what?
before.
We're just. Anyway, so yeah, Fallout 4, great game. Fallout New Vegas, great game. Fallout 3, decent. I think Fallout 3 had the most bugs out of every Fallout game.
Like, did you take the Wild Wasteland perk in Fallout New Vegas, Sean? That's literally a perk made for you.
I don't know.
That angers me now that I had that fucking perk.
I don't know, Joe. I honestly couldn't.
Nah, you would know. You would know, nigga. You would know.
Yeah, then I probably didn't use it then. No, I'm not saying Vegas wasn't fun. It's just like in terms of the mechanics, I enjoyed 4 a little bit more. Yeah,
personal preference.
Yeah.
4 also had more than enough time to learn from their previous mistakes and then add extra shit to it. So
yeah, I can appreciate what
you would enjoy that one.
I can appreciate what was there for New Vegas. Don't get me wrong.
Especially for its time.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes down to timing too. Like there's no such thing as an innovative game anymore. Like I don't know the last time that a game was so just like amazingly unique that it was one of its own kind. And Fallout kind of did that. The only thing that you could possibly compare, actually you couldn't even compare it to Elder Scrolls at the time, because at that point Skyrim wasn't out.
True.
So you can't do that one. Oh my god.
But
So many fucking messages.
yeah, just to throw this one in real quick, since I'm the only one that looked at it. Knuckle Show. Quick impressions right now. First episode was good. Second episode was okay. Last episode was good. Rest was trash.
Oh wow, you watched all of it?
Yeah.
And your overall impressions was that the show was trash.
Right.
Yeah. That's coming from me. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Disappointing. Here's hoping that 3 is nowhere near that. I don't believe it will be, because to be fair, the same person who wrote Sonic 1 and 2 was not directing all the episodes. He only directed the first episode. So that explains why the first episode was good.
So breaking news, I don't know if any of y'all heard this, but apparently the Kingdom Hearts movie is reportedly set to be live action / CGI hybrid.
Oh no. No.
Oh boy.
Live action?
What are they?
Live action / CGI hybrid. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I just saw reported.
I know what they're trying.
No matter what.
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to add the CGI of the Disney characters and then put the freaking Kingdom Hearts characters as the real life people and stuff.
Like I said, I don't know.
What if they make Heartless live action?
Man,
like I said,
just buy a whole bunch of skinny midgets to dress up as Heartless.
Like I said, I don't know if it's true.
I hope that isn't true, man. Like, what's the closest thing to even?
That's the reports.
A similar thing like that actually ended up good. Star Wars used like puppets, didn't it? Like not puppets. What's the other thing? Animatronics.
Star Wars heavily used CGI.
Yeah.
Don't they use animatronics also?
Why are you stuck on animatronics?
With a midget in a trash can.
Midget shit.
No, like he's being funny, but it's true. It's a little person in a trash can.
That was R2. Like all those noises where it was a person.
Fair enough. I don't know.
Still to this day.
But there's been plenty of movies that's been live action / CGI. Like Ready Player One was live action / CGI.
I didn't like
it. They did the Bleach adaptation. I thought the Bleach movie was not bad, or the CGI to human ratio type shit.
Yeah, I didn't, and I haven't watched any of the Disney CGI live action movies to tell you. I've seen like the Jungle Book CGI. It looks good. I don't know if the movie was good, but the CGI looked good.
Lion King CGI as well.
There was a Lion King live action / CGI. And once again, I didn't watch it because I saw Beyonce was Nala, and I was like, no.
Yeah, we weren't involved in that.
Beowulf was also one of those, was live action plus CGI. I liked Beowulf.
God, I actually should have watched The Lion King now that I didn't know that Donald Glover played Simba.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I knew that. It's just the Beyonce portion.
I think that overshoots the Beyonce thing for me.
Nah, that Beyonce thing overshot the Donald Glover thing.
And it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, James Earl Jones is Mufasa. So who the fuck doesn't want to listen to James Earl Jones?
You know.
Yeah, listen to him for 15 minutes.
Hey, you ain't have to do that.
You know that
Seth Rogen's Pumbaa, so dubs.
Oh my god. You know that it's the second one is coming out also, right? This one is focused on Mufasa.
Oh, whoa.
That's not the second one. That's a whole new story then.
So,
because Lion King 2 was not focused on Mufasa.
But it is going to be live action, just like Lion King.
Was Beyonce like adult Nala?
I don't remember, but I know that she's coming back for this Mufasa movie as well as their daughter.
There's another person here in the
Blue Ivy.
There's another person in the cast here with Nala's name under her, and it says her name is Shahadi Wright Joseph.
Shahadi.
I'm pretty sure that she must have been young Nala then, because Beyonce was definitely adult Nala.
Okay,
that makes sense.
What other CGI type movies? Oh, what was that movie? Alita?
Oh, Battle Angel?
Oh yeah, I actually did enjoy that.
That was really good.
I'll admit, I did enjoy that one.
So I mean, CGI has potential. It's just,
yeah, it's not the CGI. It's just the movie going to be good. Like it's the direction, it's the story, it's the play.
I mean,
it's the writing good.
You don't Xehanort anymore. You don't get Hopo with a shotgun. You don't get it no more.
I'm sure Christian Man was saying.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking happy. No, not actually. I feel bad. I'm dated, and I'm happy at the same time that the nigga who played Xehanort died. Just so, like, God took him just so he wouldn't be involved in this live action, so that I wouldn't have to see the face of the hobo on Xehanort every fucking time he hit the screen.
So dumb.
Now that if he was in the live action and they had him be Xehanort in the live action, I would have been front row center in that movie theater with my friend Joey.
Fuck you. You can buy the ticket if you want. Guess what? You just wasted money on an empty ticket. But it's a Christian, which that's you and Christian. That's y'all's thing.
Oh, Christian would have already been there.
Exactly. Y'all can have that. Like, I'm not, no.
What do you?
Hell no.
You see how he feels about the Dragon Ball Evolution movie?
He watched it.
He doesn't admit it.
Yo, he was.
He watched it. He's going to watch this too.
Just hobo with a shotgun. Yeah, he actually tanked that in. And watching that movie the second time around made me somehow angrier than the first time. Because when you know everything about Dragon Ball Z and you look at that movie and it's like nothing. Nothing's the same. Nothing at all. Even the Dragon Balls were very loose. No. Let's not even get started on the Shen. You know what? Moving on. Just
Air Kamehameha waves.
my nigga. Oh my god, that nigga slid on his head over the car. I lost my goddamn mind.
But yeah, Knuckles Show did not impress.
Oh, opposite. Did not impress. No, sorry, you did say the ending was
one light in this. Well, for me, not really for Joe. Keanu Reeves will be in the Sonic universe, as he will be playing as Shadow in Sonic 3.
What?
You don't have to say it's not a light for me. Like, Keanu Reeves is just trying to make up for what he did in Matrix Revolutions.
It sounded like you was mad that he was playing as Shadow.
I'm not mad he's playing as Shadow.
I just don't think it makes any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, but I give him the benefit of the doubt. I know he can act. It's just that Matrix Revolutions was trash, so I just don't like him until he makes up for it.
Now, if you had made Nicolas Cage Shadow,
ooh,
front row,
I'd have been
seat, day one.
Well, I'm sure you can look in the multiverse for that.
My nigga, look, all I'm saying is that when we
It's like he
finally
did
see
for
that
Superman.
S come on the screen,
That'd been crazy.
When we finally see that S come on the screen and then instantly it pans out and we see National Treasure, you know what it is.
I'll be right there with y'all with some cyanide.
No, we're not killing ourselves.
Oh, it's for me.
Oh my
You're not killing yourself. Not on our watch.
absolutely not.
We're not going back to a fucking house for like, what happened to Sean? Well, he took a cyanide pill.
Bruh.
Like, ain't nobody gonna believe us.
I'm telling you, I'm more terrified of your father than anything else. So I will protect you with my life specifically so I don't have to deal with him.
Like
Yeah.
we can't none of us go out with each other and come back without one of us.
Nah, I think each individual family will kill the others.
Like we just have to all go out together.
Start a clan war.
That's insane. Jesus Christ, a clan war. Well, if that's the case, nigga, you know I'd win. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that to yourselves.
Like I said, we'd have to just all go out together.
One bomb.
One
bomb.
Yes, had the families unite.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Wild.
Well, I guess that's it. The only other thing I had in my
And
notes.
actually, now that I think about it, Sean's family would just be the one out because mine and Joey's family are connected.
Yeah, y'all would just have like
confirm that?
there'd be like secret assassins coming from all around the world because
We
most of my
confirmed that we
family's
were
in the
related?
Caribbean.
Oh, we did. That's right. We did. That's right. Yeah, no, you lose, Sean. I'm sorry. Forgot about that.
Y'all would just deal with assassins for the rest of your lives.
Assassins.
Yeah, because my family's scattered around the world.
Yeah, scattered, nigga. They're not
Yeah.
for you.
You only need one person to assassinate.
First and foremost, your family aren't assassins. Like we seen how most of your family, I've been around with your family. They're not sneaky.
DJ Nitro. Yeah.
Like they're not sneaky. I'm not saying they wouldn't catch me, like they would, like if they couldn't get me, but they're not sneaky. I'd see it coming.
It's even funnier that you would talk about them being assassins while recording for the podcast, so it makes it even less likely. This nigga.
And that's just doing the whole eye for eye. Everybody goes blind. Cause if they kill me, best believe they dying.
Honestly, yeah, if we're going tit for tat, like body for body, more for more, you're still gonna lose.
Like best believe they dying.
Like just from my main family alone, it's like 12 people.
Like it's not gonna be we're gonna let the justice system play out. You know, he's gonna get his maker in jail. We're gonna let God sort it out. Nah, God's gonna sort it out at the pearly gates because he's coming.
We'll send you there with a red bow on your head.
Express mail.
I appreciate the confidence y'all have in yourselves.
It's not in myself.
Ourselves.
It's not myself. I'm telling you.
Dead. Like
I'm telling you, if I die and they know who did it, that person's dying.
Yeah.
Not confident. That's not confidence in me.
Them niggas would go to jail with a smile on their face. Like,
This is a weird conversation the more we drag this on.
It is, but it is. You the one who brought up assassins and shit.
you trying to
Talk.
Like,
Y'all start. You wait. Joey started up about y'all family would just kill everybody on my side.
Huh?
Because you were talking about assassinating us. Joe was saying we'd all go out at the same time.
After. It was after. It wasn't before.
What? Wait, what was after?
The assassination portion, because you were saying that. Oh well, if Sean's family is there, then that if it's Sean's family against Joey and mine, then they would lose.
That's what Joe said. And then
No,
I
that's what you
commented
said.
off of it. I commented off because Joe was the one that said because technically our families are connected, so we'd win. And I was like, I'd win off of just my main family alone.
All right, so
me and Joe are related.
then you agreed,
Yeah.
and Joe said it.
We're just saying numbers wise. It's more numbers.
Yeah. So what's wrong with me saying the assassination portion?
Joe was saying that it's just unrealistic.
We're not saying. We were just talking about unrealistic assassins, but then that continued on to like I'm not saying like I wouldn't be killed. I'm just saying they'd die too. It's not because of me. It's not.
I was saying is if we were going tit for tat, we'd win because there's more of us.
We shouldn't talk more about this. We really should stop.
Nothing's gonna happen here.
Like nothing's gonna happen. Because A, and B, we're not like we're not saying one family's better than the other. We're just saying there's more.
I feel like Sean, you really about to send some. Calm down. Good, bro.
It's just a numbers game.
Let's just stop. Only other thing I had to say was that Joe Biden signed the bill that could ban TikTok. That was it.
That doesn't really mean shit to me. I'm not on TikTok.
Yeah, same here. I tried to use TikTok.
That have their primary resources TikTok, and now they got to do something else.
Yeah, that was honestly a bad decision because there's not a lot of money to make on TikTok anyway right now. At least from what I've seen with.
I mean, it's like Vine, and see what happened there.
Yeah,
there were very few content creators that evolved from Vine to actually do something. Yeah. And I actually don't know anybody who started in TikTok as opposed to just got on TikTok because they were somewhere else. Like people who were like, their primary was on Facebook or fucking Instagram, Twitter, and they're like, oh yeah, I also have a TikTok.
TikTok was really only just TikTok is only really beneficial in like getting more eyes on your content, but in other platforms and such,
oversaturate a market with videos because there's so many of them, like 6-second, 12-second videos, whatever it is, you'll burn through that shit. If anything, that TikTok just kind of enhances the low attention span that America has in itself as of right now anyway.
Yeah,
like niggas can't go past a minute without being like, I'm bored, or skipping.
I mean, in all honesty, if TikTok was to go, I think honestly they just transfer over to YouTube Shorts, most of the people,
or Instagram Reels.
Yeah,
or Twitter videos. Like all the shit would just go back to where things were before.
Like honestly, I don't really know how TikTok blew up the way it did when I think YouTube Shorts was already available, as
YouTube
well as
Shorts came
Instagram.
about after TikTok.
And the crowd goes mild.
Reels was there before. Like Instagram Reels were there before TikTok. But
so maybe it's the format of TikTok, because TikTok used to be like Vine, where it was like much shorter, wasn't it?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. It's the same thing as Vine, and like I said, very few people actually got off the ground with that. If you plan on rocketing yourself to stardom through TikTok, you don't know what stardom entails.
That's I think that's past the viewpoint of those that built their legacy off of TikTok alone. So
yeah,
it'll be a lesson if anything. But yeah, we'll see if that actually goes through. There's bigger things that honestly Biden could have signed right now, but at the same time,
there like what's going on? What else was there? Like, was there any? Do you know of any other bills that we could have passed?
No.
In all honesty, no. I didn't do research, but I'm sure there must have been something else. The TikTok really?
I think the reason that TikTok was also such a big thing was because of how the Chinese government went about the control for it. Now they thought that it was initially Chinese military spyware that they were using to infiltrate America through the youth. So it's they had a legitimate reasoning for it. It's just because of how stupid TikTok is. It's kind of made it more goofy, I guess. There was a legitimate reason for why they wanted it gone, but they just so happened, just because it's TikTok, they're like, yeah, well, it sucks. I just don't know if any of those allegations were ever found true. And I know the Chinese malware was, because there were actually there was an investigation into it. But I don't know if TikTok had anything to do with that necessarily, or if they were just a product of their environment, they just got caught up in it. Like, yo, we didn't mean to spread malware. I was like, okay, you didn't mean to, but you did.
True. What are your actions to solve that problem?
Yeah. And so if the actions, okay, if you really feel bad about that, then take it down. Like, huh? Like, yeah, get rid of it. If you really feel bad about spreading Chinese malware, then take it down. If not, then we're going to assume you're guilty.
This is my livelihood.
Yeah. Sounds like America. Yeah, we don't trust you, so burn down everything you built, and we'll feel better. Nigga, what? Nope.
But that's it, though. We got through all the topics. This is a much longer one. I may need to.
Yeah, you're gonna be editing the shit. This is a 3.5 hour thing we got going on here.
Yeah.
Or 2.5 hours. Sorry, we started around 8.
Nah, it's 3 hours.
Oh shit, lovely.
Yeah.
Something.
Oh wait, there was the other thing that Joe sent me. Ian Flynn, writer for Sonic Lore, is interested in making Star Fox comics. I say Nintendo, let him do it. Yeah, comics. Sure, I want Star Fox to come back.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
I fucks with Slippy.
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool.
Peppy.
Peppy.
Yep.
Pepe.
Yep. Pepe.
Pepe memes. Oh god. The fucking memes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hope that actually happens. Especially when Ian Flynn has been doing so well with the Sonic comics as of recent. So, in my opinion, he's been doing really well. I'm sure there's some Sonic fans that are like, actually, I feel like in issue 47 he did. Like, look, relax.
Shower, stop talking to me.
Yeah. Way to be on your Joe for that one.
That's crazy.
I don't care.
The same motherfuckers that are modding Reddit subreddits at their mother's basements at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But
Fucking wild.
that's gonna be it. This was the LoafKing, and you had Magic and Kadrebandit. Y'all don't have any final comments, right? Well, final statements.
Money.
Okay.
Thank you for interrupting Joey's statement, Sean. That was great.
Everybody heard that. Fuck bitches get money. I'll say it again just in case.
No, no final statements. No. Lunchbox, we're good.
Well, fair enough.
We in there. We ain't going nowhere.
And hopefully next time we'll get a podcast out before the end of May. But as you can see, sometimes that ain't gonna happen. But if you enjoy the content, it shouldn't really matter because you got a good amount of information right here. So this was the LoafKing, the Lunchbox. And if y'all didn't know, you should always stay lunching. Catch y'all later. Peace.